Hello, my lottles. Hello, hello, hello. Now, I thought I would take a moment and I just realized the top people is wrong. I'm not doing that for this what do you call it? This episode, the stream. Because this is especially a podcast stream. But thank you so much to everyone who did redeem the first, second, third, and all the things. I appreciate you guys so much. I was thinking of like disabling it, but I also think that it's fun for people to still try and get it. So like I still notice it, don't worry. So thank you so much to everyone for doing it. Thank you, Thea, for being the first. That's amazing. You got first. Yes. So happy for you. And second, Yoshi, my awesome, awesome An. And no one's got third yet. So yeah, go ahead and grab third. Kaina, hello, hello, Kaina. Thank you for getting your dailies. Yes, thank you everyone for getting your dailies. And yes, I will say uwu to Aaron later on. I will make a note of that in my thingy. My my notes. And I will continue to write down notes for all of these things. But like I won't be mentioning as much live because to keep the kind of like podcast feeling, if you know what I mean. But I as I tested out with Lux with the podcast, that other interview show, whatever I did, um I I actually found that referring to the chat every now and then was actually not too bad. So I am gonna still like refer to what you guys are saying, especially if you're referring especially to what me and Rob are talking about. Um but I will say it in a more professional way, if that makes sense. I won't be like, oh, Mel said this, or which, by the way, hi Mel, I love you, Mel. Mwah, 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 mwah. Hello, my darling waifu. Are you having trouble sleeping again, Mel? Yeah, so I just thought I would like come in and just tell you guys how it's gonna be. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're going to talk about all things movies with my amazing, amazing in real life friend Robbie, who I've been friends with for a long time. Why is my mouse not? Sorry, my mouse is just not behaving currently, and I hate it. Like, hello? Do I need to bring my wired mouse for this shit? I swear to God. Are you good? Sir, are you good? Are you good? Is it low on battery? That actually could be why. Hang on a second. It's not quite bedtime yet, so we're just watching Friends. I love it. I love Friends. Friends is a great comfort show for me. Um, okay, I am supposed to say more professional shit before the podcast. Give me a second. Okay, hopefully this works better now. Yes, it was because it was running out of battery. Okay, great. Um, um. By the way, I love ADHD, right, guys? Because like, fucking stupid. Like I really do try my best to like keep in mind of. Oh, like you friends. Oh, right. I love you, Mel. Thank you for saying this. But yeah, like ADHD fucking sucks sometimes, right? Because I thought to myself, I have planned a whole day. I've done this, I've done that. Like it will be fine. I've got this plan, I've got that plan. I will do this at that time. And I don't know what it is, man. Like time just runs out. Like it just escapes my little fingertips. And before I knew it, I was an hour late to the call with Rob, and then I was setting up for that thing because graphics and shit was not set up yet, and then so that took another hour and a half, and then and then I didn't have time to do dinner. Thank God, Aaron was just ordered food. Love him so much. Thank God he did that. So I've now got food beside me, but I'm gonna. Thank God I have noise canceling for my mic, so I'm gonna be eating like when Rob is talking. Um, so we're fine. Everything's fine. I'm having fun, but dear God, sometimes the ADHD drives me wild. I swear to God. Ugh. Anyway, that's my little vent over. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in, and even if it's for a few minutes, coming in. And I hope you enjoy what me and Rob are going to talk today. So what I was going to say was we're going to basically talk. The topic for today is movies. So we're going to talk about our top 3 movies, and then we're going to talk about recent news in the movie era, which is mainly Raw because I'm not very good at that. What we recently watched, and what we want to watch, and then we might play a mini game at the end. And if there is time, we'll see how it goes. We will then take some questions from the chat, depending on how many people there are in the chat, because I know a lot of you will be asleep, maybe in an hour or so. So yeah, that's basically it. And I hope you guys have a lot of fun. And like I said before, I will not be able to talk to you guys as attentively, but I hope you enjoy listening to what me and Rob have to say. And you feel free to still chime in the chat about what you want, like what your opinions are and things like that. We do appreciate engagement. It's just I have to be a bit more professional about it because I am going to publish this in Spotify. So yeah, yeah, that's basically my little intro spiel. So I'm gonna put it in a pin chat now. Oh, and you can still play with Pando and stuff. Don't worry. The only thing I've disabled are I think Spotify, uh, and Bonk, just because I don't know how to get rid of the audio yet, so I didn't want the audio to come in. You can still pat me though, and I think the say hi thing. I think. Oh, and karaoke mode, obviously. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for hydrating, Pando, Sif. I'll briefly say hi to people who are here. Hello to Mel. Hello to Rob. Obviously, Esteban is actually Rob, just so you guys know. So thank you, Rob, for the follow. Appreciate you. Thank you for following your own show. And Sif and also Yoshi. Thank you so much, guys. I love you guys so much. And I hope you guys are having a really good day so far. Okay, let me put the pin thing. And Yoshi, if you are free, I would love for you to mod the chat. But if you're not, that's also fine. I know I'm starting a lot later than you expected. Um, um, okay. Let me type it. Hey, okay, Yoshi. Thank you. I love you, Anne. And movable turtle. Yeah, the image still turns out, but obviously the audio had to be muted. I think that's good because according to still feeling okay, sure. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I will pin that. And without further ado, let's start the podcast. Enjoy, guys. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Riku. Nice to meet you all. For those who don't know, I am normally an axolotl VTuber based in New Zealand who does a whole bunch of variety streams, video games, art, singing, all the things. And this year, I am trying to do more podcasting for things that I really love, like movies and video games. And together with me today is my co host, Robbie. Hi, Robbie.
Hey, how's it going?
You want to introduce yourself? Tell us more
I
about
can
you.
do that. I am now in Wellington. I used to live up in Auckland where you are. And I like a lot of movies, obviously, which is why I'm here to talk about them. But so that's my number one hobby, is probably watching things all the time. I play a lot of video games as well, which I'm happy to talk to you about occasionally if you'd like. And I worked previously in film and TV, so that also is why my interests lie in that area. So, which is stuff a little bit, but yeah,
Yes. Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
There's not much else to say. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say about myself, really. I don't do any streaming or anything like you do, so this is all reasonably new to me in that respect. But from a podcast perspective, I've done a lot of podcast related work as well. So
Yeah, normally I would be like, plug your channel or something, but you don't have one. So this is my friend Robbie. So who is very knowledgeable at movies. Very, very knowledgeable, guys. I refer to him for anything movies. Seriously, I really do.
I get stuck in pub quizzes, particularly people always dragging me in when they want film and television answers.
No, he really does. Yeah. I think I remember playing that movie board game with you one time, the trivia one, remember? And you like got
Oh
like
yeah.
majority everything, and I was like, what the heck? Like, oh my god.
I was just like, oh, next, I won't play that. I won't play that next time. I'll just leave everyone else play it. I'll just ruin it for everyone.
No, but if it's the what do you call it? The pub quiz. Yes, please ruin it. We want you to.
No, I don't mind doing that. It always helps out. My team down here relies on me too much when it comes to that, and they get very upset when I'm not there. So
Oh, really? Do they actually? Do they like
yeah,
do they make
I wasn't there.
perform relatively worse without you there?
It depends on the week. There was a week, a couple of weeks, maybe a few weeks back, where the last round was it's double points in the last round. It's like 2 questions per image or something like that, and it was the
Mhm.
works of um uh conversion, and we got 15 out of 16, mostly because I was there, and they were like, if you weren't here, we would have failed miserably.
15 out of 16 wrong or right?
Right, yeah. The
Oh,
16,
okay.
16 questions, we got 15. And the only
Because
one
you
I
were there.
didn't get was because, yeah, because I was there, and the only one I didn't get was because it was a movie I hadn't seen. that I was like, I don't know who the actress is in that movie, in the
Oh,
reality
okay.
show. It was Planet of the Apes, the 2001 remake, and you were supposed to. It
Uh-huh.
was like there would be a picture of the movie. You had to name the
Uh-huh.
movie, and then name the lead actress of that film. And of course, Tim Burton reuses a lot of the same actresses a lot, so like Helena Bonham Carter and Winona Ryder and Eva Green's been on a couple of ones he's done as well in more recent years.
Yeah.
And it turned out Helena Bonham Carter was in Planet of the Apes, but I did not remember this because I did not
Really?
really
She
enjoy the
was?
movie.
I
She
didn't
was one of the apes.
either.
Like she was like the lead ape,
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay.
and I didn't remember this at all. The fact she was in makeup obviously didn't help, but we should have just said it because we could have guessed it. But yeah, but we got all the others.
Okay. Well, good for you. I am for one jealous because I mean, I know I didn't go to many pub quizzes with you in the past, but when I did, you definitely helped as well. And it sucks that, like, every time I do go to a pub quiz without you, I'm always like, "Where's Rob? Literally, where's Rob? He would, he would not answer to this. Where the fuck
I,
is he?"
I, I didn't go last. I didn't go 2 weeks ago to the quiz because I had something on, and I got a message in the break in the middle where they have the list, and it was like literally name. It was like it was the middle round. We have to like a list of things. It was name 8 of the best picture nominees from the last 2 Oscars, and they're like, "Where are you?" I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah. You would
so
have
glad
known
I wasn't
that.
there.
Yeah,
I sometimes forget, but then someone will say something. I get quite prompted because someone will be like, "I watched such and such last year," and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's right. That remind me," and like think about who won like best actor or best director and stuff, and it kind of reminds me what else was in best picture. I'm not always the greatest with Oscar questions, but anyway. But they would have relied on me if I was there. I don't know how they went in the end because they didn't ask. Next time I
yeah,
speak to
yeah,
because we didn't have a quiz last.
yeah,
Yeah, they'll tell me. Anyway,
yeah.
I could spend another 20 minutes talking about quizzes
We
and
probably could.
stuff.
We probably could. Yeah, 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 yeah. By the way, I just want to quickly give myself a shout out to those who can see the video. I think you can actually upload videos to Spotify now. That I drew Rob's little PNG tuber thing here. So, yeah. Do you like my drawing, guys? Yeah. He has a RPD cap because he's very very professionally knowledged in Resident Evil. You're gonna say something, Rob?
One of my favorite game franchises. Yeah, I was gonna say one of my favorite game franchises,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
my South Park esque look, which I don't mind.
He kept saying that when he was doing sound tests, he was like, "Wait, what were you saying again?" You were like,
I said I look like an offshoot or a reject from from a South Park type cartoon or something.
and he actually does. I didn't intend for that, but you know what? I'll embrace it. That's fine. I was totally inspired by South Park. Hmm.
Seems fitting.
Um, and also, oh no, I think that was it. Yeah. All right. So let's jump right into the what we're actually here for today. So, also I do want to, for those who did listen to episode 1, I know that Rob did refer to me as Anne. And that is my name, but I do still prefer to be referred to as Riku moving forward, just online. Because that episode was filmed before I established my online presence, if that makes sense. But hey, there you go. You guys know the 2 names that I'm represented now. So special you. Um, but yes. So the first thing that we want to dive into is our top 3 movies. So Rob, why don't you start with your top 3 movies? And by the way, we're going top 3 movies of this month.
Oh, what we've seen recently.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a
for
couple of
it's
movies
more for you, Rob, just because it changes a lot for you.
I mean, a couple of them I'll end up talking about, but the 28 years later sequel, The Bone Temple was really good. So that's up there with that. I went, and this isn't on the list of things talked about that I've seen, but I got to go to a
Mhm.
retro screening of Sam Raimi's Quick and the Dead, which is a 1995 Western with all-star cast. Like, it's just an incredibly stacked cast. Sharon Stone leads in the movie, but you've got a very young Russell Crowe, you've got Leonardo DiCaprio, you've got Gene Hackman. Like, it's pretty bonkers, and I'd forgotten how good it is because I don't think I've seen that in like almost. I was about to say 20 years, but it's almost been 30. It'll be like 97 or something like that. It came out in 95, so it's been a while since I've seen it, and that was great. And
What movie was that
I'm
again?
going to. That was The Quick and the Dead. Came out in 1995. Sam Raimi, so the director of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and lots of other, and Evil Dead and lots of other movies, directed it, and it's just like
Oh,
crazy.
okay, okay. The Quick and the Dead.
Quick and the Dead, and the last one, which I'm just putting because I just literally watched it and I forgot how much fun it was, and everyone's gonna laugh because there's no story behind this, but it reminds me of being told that my favorite movie was Weekend at Bernie's, which it is clearly not, but it always makes me laugh that someone made that up for me. Um, was that I actually started. My flatmate chose to watch Police Academy again, and I haven't seen it in a long time. And we started watching all of them, and I got to the third one, and I actually really enjoyed it. And so I don't know why in the last month, but Police Academy 3
Yeah,
back
shout
again.
out to those old movie people. If you know Police Academy, it is so good. It's so funny. And Michael Winslow? Is that his name?
Yeah, he's the guy that does all the sound
Yeah,
effects. Yeah.
the guy who does all the sound effects. You guys should look him up. I will type it in the chat just so you guys know. By the way, in the Spotify, I am streaming on Twitch, so occasionally I will refer to the chat. Michael Winslow. That's how you spell it, right? Um, and yeah, he does stand up as well, and he's so good. He's so funny. And he's actually so
I
good at
got
the sound effects. It's insane.
he is. I got very lucky to see him live. He came here for a Comic Con expo, the Armageddon expo they have here in New Zealand, and also his co-star in Police Academy, Marion Ramsey, who plays Hooks, who's she's a very quiet character in the movie until she screams, "Don't move, dirtbag," very loudly, but she's very softly spoken. She's not like that in real life,
Yeah.
but she was an actual singer. She passed away a couple of years ago, but I got to see both of them, and she sang, and he did all the instrumentation. It was amazing. Like, he made all the music, and she just sang. It was insane, like absolutely
Really?
insane to see that live. And yeah, and I
That's
think I've told you
crazy.
this before, but he also did a thing where he has a clip of Star Wars and he does all the audio sound effects over this clip, and you can watch that on YouTube as well if you look up Michael Winslow Star Wars. You can usually find people who filmed it. He does it at a lot of the comic events, and that's really fun too.
Oh,
He
okay.
uses a foldback system to like layer himself, so it loops, and yeah, it's really amazing. And seeing that live, like
He's so
it's cool.
talented.
Oh, amazing, just absolutely amazing. But
Is he still
yeah,
alive?
so
Or did you say he passed away?
yeah, oh, Marion Ramsey passed away, but Winslow's still alive. He was quite young when
Wow.
he came out. I think he was only like mid-20s, so he must be. I think he must be in his 60s by now. But
Yeah.
or
Which is still pretty
very
young.
early. It's still pretty young. But yeah, whereas a lot of the other cast that have all passed away were well into like their 30s and 40s. So
By the way, real quick,
um,
speaking of passed away people, just want to give a um, what do you call it? I don't want to say shout out. That's weird. That's rude. Help me, Rob.
I need context. What are we talking about?
Catherine.
What do you?
Catherine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Catherine O'Hara. So like an in
Yes.
memoriam kind of like, yeah, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because they just announced what caused her passing at the end of last month, which was
Yes.
embolism, pulmonary embolism, which is a blood clot in the lung, which is unfortunate. But she had cancer
Mm-hmm.
as well. It sounds like unfortunate. Yeah, amazing talent, just very, very amazing comedian, actress, just all round. I mean, most people know her from like Home Alone and Beetlejuice and
Mm.
Schitt's Creek and stuff.
So
So
those
yeah,
of you who don't know, the most popular role she is in for everyone, I guess, is the mom from Home Alone. So the actress for
that's
that
probably
has passed away.
yeah. So that was at the end of
Mm-hmm.
last month, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was in the studio, which is a great show on Apple. The Schitt's Creek came to an end a few years back.
His Creek,
She
also a
was in
really good show.
she was in the second season of The Last of Us. For HBO, she was
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my
she was
god.
yeah. You haven't got around to seeing it, have you?
Nope, I haven't.
So she plays an original character that was added to the show for the second season that's not in the game.
I'm actually waiting for my
Uh,
friend Mel. Shout out to Mel, Mary Mel TTV. For to finish. She's currently streaming her a virgin playthrough of the Last of Us series. So
ah,
we just finished the first one, and then we watched the TV show. Cried a lot for both of them, and then she's now playing the second one. So what? Now, once you finish the second one, then we're gonna watch the second season. So yeah.
very good. There's some questions about whether or not they're going to do 4 seasons. It seems to be maybe they're only going to do 3 seasons now, but of the show, which is kind of crazy because they keep talking about doing 4 seasons. So watch the space on that, I think. But yeah, she plays an original
Hmm.
character in the show that isn't in the game, but could have
I
existed.
see.
Not an antagonistic, well, not directly an antagonistic character. She's part of Jackson, the town.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
um,
Mm-hmm.
really, really, really interesting character, and she's really amazing in it, as she's in most things she's in. So, and
Yeah,
I
she
just
is.
rewatched
Absolutely.
Beetlejuice just recently, and she was in that, obviously returning after the first movie, and she was really good in that as well. So, very sad news. Very, very sad news.
Yes, yes. Great, amazing actress. Amazing actress.
So what are your three? You need to. I would just sit here and ramble otherwise if you.
You're right, you're right. Oh, real quick as well, just because it's relevant to you, um, to Relish in the chat, has said hi to you. I'm sure you know who that
Oh,
is.
I do.
Yeah. Um. So you've talked about. Wait, was that your three though, or did
Yep.
you want
Yeah.
me to
Yep.
go? Oh, okay.
No, you go. I've had
So
my three.
so real quick, I do want to write it down. So the Quick and the Dead.
28 years later, the Bone Temple, which we'll talk about later, because that was one of the ones I wanted to talk about.
And then it was
And
Goonies.
no, Police Academy 3.
Oh, Police. Oh, that's right. You did say that. Yeah.
That's how Michael Winslow came up. So yeah, Police Academy 3. I love
Yes,
Goonies,
you're
but
right.
it's not my current top three.
Uh,
I'll
my
watch
top
the rest of
three.
those. Please.
What? Watch what?
I'm gonna watch the rest of those Police Academy movies in the coming weeks once
Yes.
other are free. So 4, 5, 6, and
Finally.
I think the seventh one is like
Finally. That's cool. Yeah, you've never watched all of them. Um so my top 3 are probably still pretty similar. I'm going to say I'm going to just make one amendment. So my first one is um The Little Mermaid, just because that is a huge impact on me as a little girl. It will forever always be my favorite. I'm a Disney girl through and through. And so I've said that before. And then the second one, I've also said it before. Well, actually I've said the last time I did it, my second one was Wicked. But now I'm gonna say Wicked for good.
I mean, you can kind of cheat. It's both of them if you want to. Like, it's technically one long
Yeah,
movie
no,
cut in
that's true.
half.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. but both movies, yeah, just a wicked like movies in general. He did really well for both of them, in my opinion. So I really loved it, and I will talk about more about that later. And the third one is Nobody, actually. The Nobody movie. I just I I think they did such a great job for a I think they did such a great job in such a small um uh what not small, sorry. My brain's kind of short circuiting a bit. um I think they did such a good job for something so random, I guess. And the actor, who's the actor again, Rob?
Bob Odenkirk,
Bob Odenkirk.
guy
Yeah,
from Better Call Saul,
he yes, Better Call Saul guy. Yes, for those of you who know
Breaking Bad. And
Breaking Bad. Thank you. Yeah, he did such a good job with stunts in that movie, and it's just a commentary on just like action movies. I thought John Wick was a commentary on action movies, but it's like John Wick and also like more with like this random like guy who just fights everyone, who just looks like a normal guy. That's why it's called Nobody, because it's literally about a guy who keeps saying I'm nobody, but he fucks up everyone. It's great. It's yeah, yeah. Chat is just asking if it is about the retired mafia hitman, and it is. Can confirm. Yes, it's a mafia hitman who
is
was
he
bored of
mafia?
being
Is he
in a
mafia? No, he's not.
cap.
No, he's not
Yeah,
mafia
no,
hitman. He
I
was.
wouldn't say mafia, but I also don't want to comment on what for spoilers. But yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
definitely
yeah. Not a mafia.
a retired
Yeah,
hitman at least for sure. Uh huh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably an easy way of putting it.
Um. Yeah. So that was a great movie. That's my top three.
I was trying to remember. Yeah, it was written. It was written by the same person who did the John Wick script. That's what
Yes,
I was
it
trying to
was.
remember.
That's why
So,
it
yeah,
gives off John Wick vibes still,
John Wick
but
vibes, yeah. The
still like
director,
in its own movie, very good.
the director is the guy that did oh, what did he do? He did he did these crazy like first person music video action ones, and then he ended up doing that. What's the name of that movie? It was a first person action movie. It's pretty bonkers. It's like all shot on GoPros, but it's got like
I do not
really crazy
recall.
casts. Oh, I need to remember this.
You can
it's
quickly
going
Google it
to
if you
drive me
like.
crazy.
That's okay.
I will while I'm trying to think about this. He's a Russian filmmaker. Hardcore Henry, that's the name of the movie. Hardcore Henry.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Which
yeah.
is a really bonkers action movie, and he directed the same director of Nobody did that one. And it's very much feels like he took that idea and John Wick and pushed them together, and that's Nobody really for me. So, yeah.
Oh, that's very smart. I like it.
Yeah, it's not a bad combo. So I think it works really well. I enjoyed hardcore, and not everyone did. And if you get motion sickness, you probably wouldn't like it too much because it's a movement.
Yeah, I think I didn't watch it because I was getting motion sickness from it, but I heard really good things about it.
He did a concept before he did that movie. It was I think it's a band called Biting Elbows, and he had a music video where like there's this item that allows people to teleport and is fighting and gunplay and stuff in this like 3-4 minute long music video, and it's basically all in first person, where it's like this action guy fighting a bunch of like hitmen, mafia, gangster type characters over this MacGuffin in the music video, and
Mm-hmm.
it blew up on the internet, and I think that's how he ended up getting the funding for his films and stuff like that. So
We
yeah,
love it.
quite interesting. But I still haven't seen Nobody 2, so I'm gonna have to put that on my list to
You
watch because
absolutely
I
have to
believe.
watch it. They did such a good job continuing it. It's more about his family, essentially.
Oh, I'll have to check that out for sure.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And by the sounds of it, it's looking like there's a third one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It would make sense. I mean, these things get to continue, and there's been this whole I hesitate to call it the John Wickification of action movies. There's a whole bunch of them.
That's a
There's one
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them, and some of them are good, and some of them aren't so good. But there's some fun stuff, and there's movies done by the same people who worked on John Wick, which are like all over the place quality wise, but really good as well. So, stunt team that works with them as well. Like Bullet Train's a really good example of that, and Day Shift, and
Mm.
yeah, that sort of stuff. Those are all these recent action movies by the same people last few years.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's move on to recent news then. Since you do have quite a lot that you you want to talk about, so take it away, Rob.
I've tried to keep this as summarized as could. Obviously, for those who may be listening to this who like sports, maybe nobody listening to this like sports.
I mean,
But it
Super
was
Bowl
Super
did just
Bowl.
happen, so yeah.
It just happened. So if you're not aware of it, Super Bowl is like the biggest American event basically in sports. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and most people, if they're not watching it, are watching it for the halftime show or they're watching it for the ads.
So good, by the way. Bad
And
Bunny did amazing.
I think I've seen the record-breaking viewership, like 136 million people tuned in to watch
Mm-hmm.
worldwide or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And in America, the other big thing, obviously, that people watch other than the game is the ads, and the ads are either like for products and they're humorous or silly or dumb, but they also do a lot of
Mm-hmm.
trailers, and they're in like 30-second or 60-second slots, and then sometimes they get expanded versions, so you get a short version in the actual Super Bowl, but then a full trailer goes out at the same time online, and into
Okay.
cinemas and so forth. So every year there's always a bunch of several new trailers that play as part of the commercials. So I thought I'd quickly go through those. I have to fully admit I have not watched all of them, and there's a reason for that. I will get to as I get to each one, but I'll explain the ones I
Mm-hmm.
have watched. The first
Okay.
one that's worth talking about is the new Steven Spielberg movie. It's called Disclosure Day. There's already been a trailer online. It doesn't give a lot away. It's an alien movie, which obviously he's had a experience with, as far as like Close Encounters and E.T. and War of the Worlds. It seems to be like an alien invasion movie, and it's like the aliens are among humans, and it's very vague, and it seems kind of conspiracy kind of driven. But there isn't a lot of plot yet out there, and the new trailer does not give any more away than what we already had in the previous trailer. But it could be interesting. There's been a lot of commentary about the CG looks a little bit ropey, which is unusual for a Spielberg film, and people wondering if his comments about recent, it's been harder for everyone to make films, even people as well revered as him may have slashed his budget to get this film done.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's impacted the visual effects. We'll find out when the movie comes out. It's a big summer event movie, obviously, so it's coming out in the summer in the United States, which is mid-year, which will be winter here in New Zealand, where we are. So if you're in the southern hemisphere, obviously winter, northern hemisphere, summer. Yeah, I'm curious, and Spielberg's record with this sort of stuff's been pretty good. So even I didn't actually dislike that his version of War of the Worlds that much. So this could be quite interesting. The next trailer that played, which I did not watch, was the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. I have to fully admit I have completely fallen off the wheelhouse of Disney Mandalorian Star Wars stuff
Same.
after the way it's been.
Same. I don't even know anymore.
I watched Book of Boba Fett and was like, okay, and then I watched the third season of Mandalorian and I was like, it was okay, but I don't
Okay,
know, I'm
that's
just
so
not
big
that
for you
fast.
to say
And
for Book of Boba Fett because I've heard a lot of good things about it.
it was okay, but like it just my bigger this is a complete diatribe, and I'll try and make it as short as possible. But my entire
Mm-hmm.
thing about it is that the writing that Dave Filoni is now going to be officially put in charge of Star Wars. He takes over from Kathleen
Oh my
Kennedy.
god,
She's going to
really?
produce a whole.
I didn't hear that. That's
Yeah, it's happening.
crazy.
So it's happening this year, and it's
Like
like
he's
there'll be
taking
two
over
people. It'll
from
be
George Lucas, is what you're saying.
No, so George Lucas sold the company to Disney, and Kathleen Kennedy's been like the head of Lucasfilm since the sale to Disney. So basically
Oh
in the
right.
process of getting there. And she's after 12 years of doing this, she's going back to doing what she used to do, which is just producing films and TV shows and
Okay.
what she used to
Okay.
do.
Yep.
So two people are going to take her spot. One is going to take over Lucasfilm's business side, so that like the bit she did with business, and the other bit she did was look after Star Wars. And so Filoni, who obviously knows Star Wars inside and out, and used to
Obviously.
work under Lucas, is taking over. I have no problems with that, but what I don't like is Filoni can't write. He doesn't know how to write A and B plots. He moves all over the place, and you only have to look at Book of Boba Fett, which technically was Mandalorian season 3 before Mandalorian season 3 actually existed, because the show starts as Book of Boba
Yeah.
Fett for like the first 5 episodes, and then the Mandalorian returns and goes back and gets Grogu, and then people who skipped Book of Boba Fett were like, "What the hell happened? I've missed something," and didn't realize that half of Book of Boba Fett was technically Mandalorian season 3.
Mhm.
And he continues to do this with other shows like Ahsoka. He'll write a couple of episodes, and then you'll spend an entire episode away with other characters rather than doing an A and a B plot and pacing it out. Anyway, so the style of his writing has really put me off the longer it's gone on, and and because he's directing and writing this film, it doesn't enthuse me anymore. There was a trailer obviously already released for this, and I just went, oh well, it looks like the TV show obviously, but it's feature length, so eh, like whatever.
All
Like,
right.
and
That's a
so
great
I
summary.
haven't even bothered watching. I haven't bothered watching the Super Bowl trailer because I just know it'll be more of the same. But if you're looking forward to more Star Wars, it'll probably look great on a big screen, I'm sure, and it'll be fun, no doubt, if you care about it still. Um, I don't know who does.
It's the most
Uh,
nonchalant, I don't give a shit tone I've ever heard in my life.
I
That's so funny.
I don't know. I don't know what else to say. You know me. I'm not a massive Star Wars fan, but I enjoy Star Wars. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan either,
You
but
know your
like,
Star Wars. You absolutely do.
yeah, I enjoy it. But like, I'm not like the top. I know people are like hardcore. You know, people are hardcore.
I do.
But
Yep.
yeah, and yeah, I sit somewhere in the middle. I find them entertaining, but like, I don't know all the nerdy lore stuff, and when
Yeah.
that was the other part that started coming in. It was like you needed to do homework and watch all the animated shows. I was like, I don't care about all this stuff.
That's
Like, I
that's
just want
that's
to know.
that's what got me off Marvel shit. You know, it's the same thing. It's like it suddenly felt like homework. And we've talked about this in a
Yeah,
previous episode. Like it just
we
and
have.
I ugh,
Yeah.
ugh,
And it's funny because
ugh.
now they're trying to retract that
Mm,
by like not having so much homework, because the last couple of movies haven't been so
mm-hmm.
bad. The new
Yeah.
TV show Wonder Man is apparently relatively self-contained, but now it's
Mm,
like, who cares? Anyway,
yeah.
the next trailer was for Project Hail Mary. It's based on a book. It's written by the same author who did The Martian, which you may remember came out about a little over 10 years ago, where Matt Damon scienced the shit out of potatoes on Mars. Um, he got stuck on Mars, and then they had to figure out how to go back and get him. So this is a movie with Ryan Gosling where he plays a scientist who is being tasked with trying to help stop the sun from dying, and it's
I
based on
saw
a
this
book, and he ends
trailer.
up
I saw this trailer when
he ends up
I went to watch Avatar.
yeah, so you would have seen that, and so he ends up meeting with like this creature that looks like it's made of rocks. Who he nicknames Rocky because that's really original. But it looks like it could be really good, and if The Martian is something to go off, and it's the same writer and the same person developing the script who did the Martian script, it could be quite good. And Ryan Gosling's had a really good streak of movies, even the ones that people didn't go see, like The Fall Guy. I thought was great. So yeah, could be fun. And there's a final trailer, and there was a Super Bowl commercial. Last trailer's out. I think it's out later this month. I think, or early next month. I forget exactly, but it's not too far away.
Oh, really?
The next
Oh,
trailer
that's
I
really
did,
soon.
yeah, it's pretty soon. It is pretty soon. I think it's like a few weeks away. The next trailer I didn't watch because of like I'm not the target audience. Minions and monsters. There's a new Minions movie. They're somehow fighting monsters. I just saw it still. I'm like, sure, it'll make money and all the kids will love it. And if you like that stuff, if you like Minions, fine. I'm no qualms. Not my thing. I thought Despicable Me. I like the Despicable Me movies, but I never equated to like, oh, I need a whole Minions movie, and I watched the 2015 one that was just
Yeah.
Minions, and I found it very bland, and like it was funny in
Mm-hmm.
moments, but I was like, this isn't aimed at me. This is very kids friendly, and it's fine. Like, if you like it, great. Yeah, so maybe it'll make more money like they all do. They all do really well. The last one, I think people, was it the Minions Rise of Gru or whatever it was, people dressed up in suits, or was it Despicable Me, one of them? People dressed up in suits to go see it in the cinemas. So I'm sure like kids these days, I use in air quotes, even though no one can see me, will come up with something
Not the air
suitably
quotes.
appropriate. Well, I was thinking maybe you turn up in like a monster like inflatable costume, you know, like the dinosaur ones, but like a monster. I don't know, something about that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
the next trailer is an interesting one. It actually technically didn't play during Super Bowl, so they have this thing that's like the doggy bowl. If you know about this, I don't know if you know about this, but
I
during
do not.
Super Bowl Sunday, they have a, an offshoot where they have like a dog Super Bowl where dogs play roll the ball around and they have like teams and it's a thing. I don't quite understand it. It exists anyway. During that, they had commercials as well, and one of the commercials they played was for the new Supergirl movie, because obviously there's crypto in it, the dog, and so they thought that was a good little tie of like, here's a dog-friendly trailer for our dog event. Anyway, um, so they played a new trailer for that. I enjoyed Superman more than I expected, but
Mhm.
have to admit the last bit. I don't think this is a spoiler to say this. Supergirl
Mhm.
turns up at the very end of that movie, and I really didn't gel with that take. Like I just thought it was a little bit brash. Like she's brash, obviously I get that, but it was just a little too over the top for me, and I was a little bit like it really took me out of the end of the movie. Whereas lots of other people I talked to loved it, and so if you loved it, you're probably gonna love this movie. I'm not sure because it seems like more of the same character, and it seems like Superman meets Guardians of the Galaxy. Like that's what it looks like to me, which it makes sense because it's James Gunn and he did Guardians of the Galaxy and he did Superman.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
why
yeah, yeah.
wouldn't it be like so it could be good. As I said, I went into Superman with no expectations and ended up going, wow, that was actually a really fun movie and I really enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. You know, not amazingly great, but it was good. And
Yeah.
I'd liked Peacemaker, which James Gunn had done for DC as well, both seasons. So, I'll probably still watch it. But yeah, the new trailer, it's a lot of hints, and you see where she got Crypto as a puppy in this. So again, I said dog-friendly trailer, which is kind of funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's on the internet. And the last one was the one that nobody expected to see coming, and fair enough
Mhm.
too, because there had been an announcement. So, do you remember Quentin Tarantino's last movie? Does anyone? Do you remember this? And it was about 6 years ago now. When I mentioned it,
Mhm.
if you don't remember what it was, it
No.
was
What was it?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So that was
Yeah.
the one
Yes,
where it was
yes.
set
Yes.
set set in the 60s, and you had Leonardo DiCaprio and you had Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt played a stuntman called Cliff Booth, and this is the sequel to that movie, but it's being directed by David Fincher, who did Seven and Gone Girl and Fight Club, with obviously we worked with Brad Pitt a few times, um, and so they've decided to make a sequel, and Tarantino is involved in like the part of the planning and writing, as far as I'm aware. And but this is all being directed, and it's set, I think, shortly after the previous movie. It's a Netflix movie, so they put out this really bonkers trailer, which doesn't even say the title, just has a
Mhm.
bunch of like scenes and bits from the movie, but it's all been scratched and censored because this was broadcast on prime time television, so you couldn't put any of the drinking, nudity, violence, cigarette smoking, everything that was taboo about putting that in a regular plot. So they've scratched over the trailer and made it look like an old film reel, and it's been self-censored and kind of fun. And I'm like, wasn't thinking that I was going to be that interested in like them. The movie's called The Adventures of Cliff Booth. So if you want to know what the title
Adventures
actually is,
of
because
Cliff Booth. That's a
yeah,
very long title. My goodness.
it's because that's the character he played. He's the stunt man. Remember he was the stunt man in the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Um, and so yeah, I wasn't expecting to be like that curious about it, but after seeing that trailer, and I was like, you know what, it's nailed the similar tone, and like Brad Pitt looks like he's having as much fun as he did in the last one, so this could be good. And no one's expecting it. But it's a Netflix movie, which means it'll probably turn up in cinemas for all of like 1 week, maybe two, because it's David Fincher, and then it'll be on streaming. So no one will probably go to cinemas and see it, and they'll just wait for it to come to Netflix, which is pretty much status quo these days. So yeah.
We love
Um,
David Fincher. David Fincher's a great director.
yeah, I mean, Fincher's very specific. I mean, I rewatched
Oh yeah,
Seven.
he
They had the
is.
4K re-release,
Yes,
and he
Seven
went
was my
through and did.
first David
So
Fincher movie as well.
and so he might have a little bit like this movie definitely doesn't feel like a Netflix movie, and I feel like he's got enough sway. That would be like if Christopher Nolan went and made a movie for Netflix. They would probably give him a lot more leeway.
Yeah, they would.
He might actually have a proper theatrical run of like at least 3 or 4 weeks, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it definitely doesn't
Yeah.
feel like a Netflix movie, even though they get a tag at the end of the movie. It's so weird. Netflix
Yeah.
gets a tag at the end of the trailer, but no title. It just says "coming soon" in this very 70s like font that kind of flies in a very 70s fashion. It's very stylized in that way. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's the last
All
trailer.
right.
That was the last trailer that they played. So
Uh-huh,
yeah,
uh-huh.
very very interesting. Um, on that note of Netflix, I'm gonna skip. I'll skip over the thing I was gonna say next and go to the one because it's more pressing to
Okay.
say this.
Yep.
But
Mm-hmm.
you may have read or heard about that Warner Brothers is up for sale. This is
Yes, yes. Talk about that. Yes.
yeah, this is interesting because it's Warner Brothers. So Warner Brothers is trying to sell itself now. Netflix has offered to buy it, and Warner Brothers agreed to that, but they're going to separate the television and film stuff completely, and the film stuff would go to Netflix, and the television stuff will be offshoot as its own company, which is just
Mm.
kind of a bit weird to me, but is what it is. At the same time, Paramount is trying to buy it, but they're trying to buy all of it, so the television and the film, and keep it away from
Mm.
Netflix. And obviously, this
Yep.
has created a lot of debate online, like people are like, "Oh, it's two big corporations," and it's like, well, which corporation do I want to not get Netflix? And a lot of people were like, cinephiles are like, I want Paramount to get it because Netflix will just turn Warner Brothers into more content, stuff they'll just chuck on Netflix and charge you a few more bucks to access,
Yeah.
because they pay
Yeah.
money for it to get it.
Yeah.
And obviously, that also changes theatrical windows for Warner Brothers movies because now they'll turn up
Mm.
like every other Netflix movie. They'll probably barely ever get into cinemas, and if they do, that'll be for like a week or so only, and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Paramount, obviously being a big corporate, has just been actually sold in itself. Last year is now owned by the Ellison family, so who own Oracle. So Larry Ellison and his children. So they're a big company in themselves anyway. Multi-billionaires and all this sort of crap. So of course people were like, well, it's not like a great win, but at least they're still wanting to make movies and put them into cinemas, and there's some belief in the idea of cinema. And
Mm-hmm.
so this
Mm-hmm.
whole thing is turning into a massive blur over theatrical releases, and cinemas dying, and cinema attendance is down, and cinema box office down, and people watch content on their phones, and there's always those jokes about watching a Christopher Nolan film or something like Lawrence of Arabia on the head of Netflix said he watched Lawrence of Arabia, the iconic classic that was shot in 70 mil film on his phone, and it's just like, yeah, yeah, that's kind of the antithesis point against watching something. I didn't realize this. I don't want to be a cinema snob in that sense. I never thought I was. I was just like, I watch plenty of movies on streaming, and I've got lots of movies at home, and I watch them on
Yeah.
TV and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But in the last couple of years, I've managed to watch a lot of things in the cinema, a lot of retro screenings, particularly. There's a cinema here in Wellington called the Roxy. It's owned
Mm-hmm.
by
Mm-hmm.
Richard Taylor and his wife, who own Weta Workshop, and it's
Yeah.
amazing cinema. And I've got to see lots of old movies, like I mentioned, The Quick and the Dead was one of them just recently.
Yeah.
And there is something about that experience, about seeing it in a cinema, that is different. And I didn't used to
I
think I was that
agree.
snobbish about it. Now I'm starting to get a bit more snobbish about it. I went to Die Hard at Christmas, like I watched Die Hard on a cinema screen with cinema sound at Christmas, and it transforms that movie back into something you just can't get at home.
It
I've seen
does.
that
It
movie a few
does.
times, and so I sound
I
like a complete
notice.
snob,
You watch that every
but
Christmas. Mm-hmm.
I not every Christmas, but I know some people who watch it every Christmas. I watch it some Christmases, and I've seen it 2 out of the last 3. So I went to Home Alone 2 the year in between. So which was also good. I saw that on a cinema screen too. So that was fun. Uh, yeah. So I don't know. I feel like this whole thing, and I could go down again. I could spend an hour talking about this, and I'm not going to. But the rabbit hole of essentially that the theatrical releases have gotten shorter and shorter. We used to have it was a 60-day window, then it became a 45-day window. Now some
Mhm.
movies, if they don't
Mhm.
perform well in their first week, they're pulled after their second. 14 days is the maximum they get. Day 15, they're on streaming. They're not on streaming for like free, they're on streaming where you like buy or rent, but still streaming. Or in some cases, they go to streaming platforms if they're like an actual movie that's on a streaming is
Yeah.
paid for, like an Apple. But,
Yeah.
but generally speaking, they're up for digital purchase within 15 days if they do put shots so great, which is just insane. Like that disencourages people to go to the cinemas. It just means, I don't have to worry about going to the cinema and paying the stupid ticket prices and the parking and all that fuss. I can just wait 2 weeks and it'll be on, 2 or 3 weeks and it'll be, I can watch it at home. Which I get, like I get that idea of it, but there's something missing. And there's certain movies, like if you go to see a movie, still Wicked or Avatar or something, like seeing that on a TV screen is not going to be the same experience as seeing it in cinemas, and that's
No,
frustrating. So
I'm glad I went to see Avatar in the cinema. It was a whole different experience.
yeah, and you're just not going to get that at home. You'll get the movie, I get that. That's fine. You watch it, it'll be the same plot and it'll make the same sense. But there's just something about that experience. So yeah, that's my ramble about it. But it's unfortunate to see this continue, and I don't know which side of the fence
Mm.
I'm on. Like there's the Warner Brothers thing. I would probably prefer to see it go to Paramount because that means it's probably got a better chance of the history of Warner Brothers being kept alive in a theatrical sense. I literally saw a video the other day of Lisa Kudrow doing a tour of Warner Brothers Studios because it was for Architectural Digest or something. She was talking about like the cinema sets and all that sort of stuff. And she
Uh-huh.
literally at the end of that video pleads with the potential new owners not to change Warner Brothers studio lot, that it has a lot of memories and history. And because what's just happened is that one of the other big studio lots has just been bulldozed and turned into more studios because you
Yeah.
don't need lots anymore. You build them virtually and all this sort of stuff. And so
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, that they could potentially do the same thing, and it was such a crazy thing to see that. And so if Netflix gets away, why would they keep a New York backlot and all these studio set things that they don't need? They can just replace them. So yeah, I can see where she was trying to make her case, and I guess that means like try and hopefully get Paramount. It's got to be regulated, so like the offer's been accepted for Netflix, but Paramount's trying to like basically force its way. They can try and get shareholder takeover, like a basically shareholders vote against it, and also it needs to be regulated by the American government because obviously there's
Mm-hmm.
corporate and antitrust stuff, and that's a big old mess as well. Obviously, there's lots of stuff to do with like who's involved, the Federal Trade Commissions, and the president and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty crazy. So I suggest anyone who's interested go and read more about it online because that's essentially how I learned about all this stuff. It's really
Mm-hmm.
interesting. But it's pretty crazy and kind of depressing. So yeah, not the greatest. The last thing I wanted to talk about, and it's just very brief, it just makes me laugh because I keep
Uh-huh.
seeing this come up
Go ahead.
last couple of months. December, June Day.
Yes, you said you
So
were going to
Doom.
explain that. I was like, what is this, Rob? Like when I read the notes.
So the same day, Avengers Doomsday and June Part 3 come out. So much like Barbenheimer or Oppenbarbie or however you wanted to put it, people have been calling it Doomsday because it's those two movies. So lots of people may be considering to go see the new Avengers movie and the new Dune movie on the same day and have a Doomsday in December. They're both on the 17th, I think it is. So yeah, that's all it is. Very hilarious.
Uh
I'm expecting as the marketing for both of these kind of pick up closer to the middle of the year, more memes and mashups, much like the Oppenheimer Barbie
I
stuff.
never participated in both of the things when both came out. Like, you know how like Barbie came out the same like period as Oppenheimer? I still haven't seen
Yes,
Oppenheimer. I really
I
need
mean
to.
it's a type of movie that either you're going to enjoy or not. I think, but I
Yeah.
thought it's such a weird combination because they're so polar opposite movies. Like one is a very
Yeah.
serious, based on real events, um, quite impactful, well thought out, long drama with
Mm,
color and
yeah.
black and white timeline jumps, and then you have Barbie, which is colorful and bright and fun and silly and based on a toy and done with some actual thought, but very different. And people watching both of those movies, and it's such a crazy combo. And whereas I can see that Dune and Avengers Doomsday have some not the same type of movie, but they have some connected kind of style. That they're both kind of like
Uh-huh.
heavier, going to be
Mhm.
heavier dramas as well as action movies. So maybe it won't take off the same way, but they both come out the same day. Neither studio has budged because it's two different studios. Obviously, it's Disney with Marvel, and I think with Warner Brothers, I think for June. So that could be interesting, actually.
Oh.
But that'll stick. That'll stick because it'll be scheduled anyway, so Netflix won't change anything they've already agreed. That
Yeah.
Warner Brothers has already agreed. But
Okay.
yeah, it'll be interesting, and I'm waiting to see what actually comes out of it. People start doing weird, like, you know, riffs of imagery like they did with the other one, or it fizzes out. But anyway, yeah, that's all it was. That's the fun of it. I just thought it was something silly and light to mention in the news.
Hmm. Someone in chat said, "Oh, what just happened?" I think he disconnected, guys. That was so sudden. I started talking, and his icon just went. Well, we do have an ad, so I guess we'll just um wait for the ad to finish. And for those who, oh, okay, he's back. Are you back, Rob? Give it a second. Oh, I'm wondering if I should keep this part in the podcast or for the lols.
Oh, it
Or
just where my internet connection dropped out. That's all right.
yeah, yeah. You good though? Is it stable now?
That's fine. It's fine. It's just a one-off, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Damn, freaking internet,
That is what it is.
freaking
At
internet.
least I'm sure
Um,
I finished what I said anyway. I'm sure I
You
finished
did,
what I
you
said.
did. It was kind of like good timing. It was like you finished your sentence and then immediately you just disappeared and I was like, "Oh, is that part of a trick?" Like
I got snacked away. Thanos hit me. I was the 50%.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no, not the 50%. Yeah, even chat was going
Yeah.
crazy like, "Oh, he disappeared." Um I do
Disappeared.
want
Oh my
to
god.
I do want to say that someone said in chat said, "Yeah, you got the serious and well-timed planned movie and Oppenheimer was released too." Just that's a good way. That's a
That
good
is
way to actually sum it up.
it.
And there
It
was
reminded me of something. You reminded me of something I saw today, which made me laugh quite a bit. I'll see. I don't mean to bring any politics into this, but it did make me laugh, and I will have
okay,
to share this. It's a
okay,
picture. I will describe the picture. The
okay.
picture of a theater, and it says above the top, there's two screenings. On the left, it says Melania, obviously the documentary about Melania that's out right now, the president of the United States' wife.
Uh-huh.
And then Dracula, the Luc Besson Dracula film, is screening beside it, and it says the neighborhood theater is showing a chilling horror movie about a European beauty who marries a bloodthirsty ancient parasitic monster. It is also showing Luc Besson's Dracula.
Oh my god, that is actually hilarious.
So I will skip. I will skip forward. I will skip forward from here.
That is a great meme. No, no, we don't have to talk about it, but that's just for those who know. They just, yeah, that's just, yep. That's a great way of taking the piss out of shit. Yep, I love it. I do also want to say another thing that someone else said in the chat, which really summed up what you said before about Book of Boba Fett. And he said it deserved its own show instead of being restricted to the half homey feel of the dad cowboy film.
Yeah, yeah, that's a fair call. Like,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
many people didn't know because they looked at it and they just went, or they watched the first episode of Book of Boba Fett and they were like, it's not my thing. Fine, but then you might as well just made it Mandalorian or made its own thing, like one or the other. Like, be clear about
Mm.
what it's going to be, because yeah, lots of I'm as I said, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I saw comments online, and a few people I talked to who were like, literally, I didn't watch Book of Boba Fett, but I went to watch Mandalorian season 3, and I was like, hang on, wait, what? Have I missed something here? Because didn't he like separate when we left him at the end of the other season? They were not together, and now
Yeah,
they're back together. Like, what's going on? What have I missed? And
yeah,
everyone's like, oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah. The people who watch Book of Boba Fett like, you need to watch that. Just skip the first few episodes and then just watch the last half. That'll make sense.
so confusing, so confusing.
I assume my rambles have let you have had a nice chance to have something to eat.
Honestly, yeah. I've never been more grateful of you rambling, Rob. Thank you. I
I think it's only fair. It's your turn now to ramble about what you've recently watched. So
Yes, yes, of
I
course.
will pass it over to you. Pass it over to you.
Pass the torch. Pass the torch. Yes, I will. Also, I do want to mention that I would still like to continue the trend of reading quotes from Letterbox, which, if you're okay with it, I would like you to still do, Rob.
I can do
Because
that.
those were
You give me a
so
movie and
funny. Yeah. Yes, please. Those were so funny. I love those.
all right, we'll do that as you're talking about the movies, as I'm talking about the movies. I will bring up
Yeah.
recent and funny
Beautiful.
top rated comments.
And also, are you comfortable sharing your Letterbox profile to the chat?
Yeah. It's not a
Okay,
problem.
great. Did you want to I'm trying to log in and it's not letting me. So, do you actually mind just
It's
sharing a
just my
link?
it's not a problem. It's literally my username on here anyway, so that's on Twitch, so
Okay,
it's
that's easy. Yeah.
very easy. Share that for those listening. It is letterbox.com/Estumas, Estumas. I will share that.
Yes. We love it. Let me put that in the chat as well actually.
Yeah.
Real quick. Sumas. I think that's how. That should be the
STU.
link.
Yep, that's the one, and that link should just work.
Nope. I misspelled
Nope.
letterbox. I actually spelt it the right
Like a
way, which
letterbox. Not the D.
one job. SMH.
My part was correct.
There you go. Yeah, feel free to look at his reviews, guys, and take a look at his ever growing.
I don't write that many reviews anymore. I used to write one-line reviews where I would write and then like a one-sentence jokey summary about something I noted about the movie, but I still add funny things that I note or are relevant, and sometimes they make no sense to anyone who hasn't seen the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie that I'm commenting on, I apologize because context. There was one I just watched which was an 80s like crime drama thing. Then literally at one point it felt like it was a 90s Timotei commercial for shampoo. And
Oh
so
my
we all
god!
sort of like
Yes,
alluded to
you told me about that one. That one was so funny.
yeah, there's this whole thing about like this guy also always eating beef jerky, so we're like beef jerky Timotei, and
Yeah.
it was very weird. Anyway, so yeah, people read that, it won't make sense. Anyway, sorry, you were going to say what
Yes,
you've
yes,
watched
yes,
recently.
yes. I was gonna. Yeah. So, also real quick, while since it's my turn now, Rob, here is a friendly reminder to everyone in the chat and anyone who's listening as well, and Rob yourself to have a hydration break. Hydrate. Especially Rob for all the talking that he's been doing.
Yeah, my mouth has gotten quite dry.
We do actually have the hydration reminders in chat as well, and someone did actually redeem it. So thank you, thank you. Um. Okay, so what I recently watched. So the first one is I just realized that it would have been cool to have like the poster pictures, but I'll do that for the next stream. um the first one is Avatar Fire and Ash. So But actually, you know what? I might leave that for last just to give Rob a break because I want to talk about that with Rob. So we'll skip to that later. If anyone else has watched the movies I've watched, by the way, feel free to comment. We are gonna try and keep it spoiler free. But of course, if we are going to talk about anything that's risking it, we will say spoiler warning. And whoever is listening, just pause while you can, and I will try and put something in the video to show when we're talking about a spoiler. Um, but yeah, so the second one that I've watched recently, I watched a lot of action movies with, um, I watch a lot of action movies with Aaron's parents, actually, mainly his dad. His dad is a huge fan of action movies, so we actually rewatched. Well, not really for me, more for them. We rewatched some of John Wick movies. So we rewatched three. I have watched three. It was really funny because I was like, which one is the one of Halle Berry? And they were like, three. And I was like, are you sure? Like, I thought, wait, was it? No, I think they were like, I think they were got it confused with how Halle Berry was like second or third. And then I was like, I've watched the one of Halle Berry. And they were like, okay, well, it's the third then. You haven't watched the third. And I was like, are you sure that's the one of Halle Berry, isn't it? And they're like, no. And then we started watching. And I was like, yeah, I've definitely seen this. So that was pretty funny. Um, but I was very happy to watch it again because Halle Berry is amazing in it. Um, okay, before I say spoiler warning, I should quickly make a little text that does say spoiler warning. Please hold to those who are listening audio. Just vibe to the music while I type away. There you go. So that's so just spoiler warning for those who have not seen John Wick 3. Yeah, I just absolutely love the the parts of Halle Berry and her dogs, just so amazing. So like such a creative way of what do you call it, coordinating like action scenes with animals. Like so cool. She's such a badass mommy in it. And number four was probably the one that I saw new. So, oh man, I saw so many action movies that it's all kind of a blur. Rob, can you remind me briefly what happens in four again?
So Ford picks up after the end of the third one, where Wick has been. He was left for dead, essentially. Winston double crossed him seemingly, and he got shot off the side of the hotel, and then he was in the rescued by the members
Oh
of the
yes.
Sewer King,
Yep.
which is
Yep. Yep.
and so then it's
I
the
remember now.
revenge where he's returning. Yes. So
I remember now. So it's the one where he, yeah. And then freaking the guy who plays Mr. Krabs is in it. Is in the fourth one.
it's him, and Skarsgård plays the head of
Yes.
the presentation of one of the
Bill
tables. One of the table
Skarsgård,
members.
whom is
Bill
also
Skarsgård,
the
that's it.
clown from It. Yes.
Correct.
Yes. Great actor. Great actor. Yeah, he's the main villain. He was pretty funny. I actually found him so amusing. I know he was meant to be kind of like a kind of like a lame villain in a way, like a very like cliche lame villain, which is very obvious that they were kind of playing on that. And he did it well. He did well, and he still brought his own scariness to it a little bit. Um, and yeah, I mean, man, like the fourth movie was just, well, first of all, I think the fourth movie has the most body kills out of all of them. So that was pretty funny. I think let me quickly Google what the record is. Body kills in John Wick 4. It is approximately 140 to 146 people. And I thought the third movie was Lot, and then I googled that, and I was like, whoa. Um, so, and that's partly because of a certain like explosion. That's why they have an approximate. Um, so yeah, it's pretty impressive, and I think like I don't have much to say because it's it's action movies like that. There's not that's it's a very simple story. But what I will say is like the action coordination, the action what do you call it, choreography, that's it, was just impeccable. I really thought that they did amazing with the third already, and of course we know that the people who worked in the Matrix stunts are also in this movie, so like already amazing. They did so good in Matrix, and no, they did way more amazing in the fourth one again. um Way more like cutthroat, like kind of hand-to-hand combat. The my favorite action scenes were probably the ones in the stairs. So spoiler warning again, although I do still have the image up anyway. um there's a part in the fourth movie where he literally oh my god, I forgot to mention Donnie Yin. Donnie Yin is
Yeah,
in the fourth
I was
movie.
waiting for that.
Yeah,
When are you gonna
was.
meet Donnie Yen?
Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. That's crazy. Not Donnie, not I'm so sorry. I know Donnie Yin will never listen to this, but Donnie Yin, I'm so sorry. You were the most amazing part of the movie, in my opinion, other than John Wick, obviously. I was so excited when I saw him. He did so well. With like, I don't know if it was me, but I somehow felt like when I watched him back in the Ip Man days, that his English wasn't that good yet. And I don't know if maybe I was misled, but his English was impeccable in John Wick 4. And he just played such a fucking, like, the way he played like a drunk, but also like not taking life seriously person who is also in John Wick's
Well,
past.
he's
What?
blind too, so
Oh yeah, well,
blind.
yes, that he's blind. Which, by the way, if you remember, he was also blind in that Star Wars movie, Rogue One. Thank
Rogue
you.
One.
And I am the Force is with me. I am the Force is with me. Um, and he is it's still completely different. Like it's very completely different blind men, and the way, like I felt like the way he played, because he's obviously a huge he practices Wing Chun, which is obviously quite like a very like systematic kind of kung fu style. Very different to like Jet Li style, very different to Jackie Chan style. And Jackie Chan is obviously very popular for creating like the drunken kind of master kind of style. And I kind of thought that it was like Donnie Yen's kung fu style was kind of like a mix between Wing Chun, the traditional Wing Chun, and also the drunken Jackie Chan style. I was kind of like, oh my god, this is a vibe. Like he actually, like, obviously not just him, but him and the coordinators, like, put in a lot of like little like moments of how it would be like to fight as a blind person. Like it wasn't like a Matt Murdock kind of thing. Like, how he was obviously very like almost psychic, like knowing exactly where things are and catching things. Like it wasn't that. Like it was a very realistic version of how a blind person would fight. And like he would actually fuck up a lot of times, and the way they like coordinated him fucking up but still being amazing at fighting was just chef's kiss. So good. So good. So I think that's probably the one reason why I really like that movie, just because of like what they did with Donnie Yen. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for my little rant with John Wick 4. And oh yeah, also I guess while I'm talking about John Wick 4, it was recently announced that there's going to be John Wick 5. That's right, Rob?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
announced two. They announced two things at the same time. One
Yeah.
is John Wick 5, and the other one is a Donnie Yen Kane. Kane's the character who plays spin-off movie where Donnie Yen will
Yes,
also
I'm
direct.
excited for that one.
So that follows up his character from the movie, where what happens after the film. So yeah, that's kind of a spoiler, I guess, in itself. But I guess
Yes, I had the
it's just
spoiler
too.
tag up. It's all right.
That's
Um,
good. Yeah. So that'll be interesting, I think.
and a lot of people were laughing about that when I googled it because they were like, "Well, didn't they want to finish it with John Wick 4?" And then the ending of John Wick 4, spoiler warning again, is, kind of ambiguous, because it's literally kind of it's to do with
I
death.
mean,
That's all I'll say.
well, I was gonna say it is and it isn't. You could use that as a finality point if you wanted
You
to, but
can,
yeah,
you can, you
they left
can.
enough they left enough wiggle room that if they came up with a good reason, they could do it.
And
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 obviously,
and
they've come up with
and
good reasons, like money.
the
So
there's a dog that does something that kind of indicates otherwise. So it's all a thing. It's something that everyone's discussing, and it's great for ambiguous endings are always great for to kind of blow up the movie more in a way. So like very very smart of them to do that, to be honest. And also a very good way to kind of leave things in the air in case they don't get enough funding for it, whatever the fuck. But yeah, I really I just love how like they were like, oh, like John Wick 4, that's in, because it was so epic. He basically killed everyone. That's like, I'm sorry, but I've got the spoiler tag. He basically killed everyone. That's all I'm gonna say. um, and you just like, where does it go from here? But I guess we'll see in John Wick 5. um the other one that I watched was Ballerina, and storyline wise, I didn't think that they could. I didn't think that they could improve the storyline, but they really, really did with Ballerina, and it's so cool because I actually watched Ballerina before I watched John Wick 4. That's what motivated us to watch John Wick 4 again, because we were like, oh my god, like I wonder if like these things match up. And it was so cool to watch John Wick 4 after watching Jet Ballerina and be like, oh my god, yeah, this is where the girl was in Ballerina, like the that exact scene, like the way they connected like those timelines, so cool. For those who don't know, Ballerina is basically a spin-off movie, and in a way, prequel, kind of, not really, about a a girl who, oh my god, it's escaping my brain. Rob, can you probably do a better way of explaining it? What's Ballerina about?
so if people have watched John Wick 2 and 3, they'll remember that Wick was part of a Russian mob called the Roskoroma,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
they are a bunch of like trained mercenaries, for lack of a better term. They're hitmen. They can be guns for hire. They can be a bunch of like thugs. They can do whatever they want. They're part of the group, and they work under this high table concept as well. Um,
Yeah,
and
high
one of the
table.
things that they had in this movie was there was a bunch of ballerinas, and they were actual ballerinas because it's a theater that they're based at. But these ballerinas are also trained assassins and thieves and hitmen and killers and whatever you want to call them. And so it follows one of these ballerinas, who are also referred to as such because they are ballerinas, who are used for the sort of like targeted wet work and missions and so forth, played by Ana de Armas, who has had such a crazy career. He's been in 3 movies with Keanu Reeves. I just wanted to add, and that I didn't even realize that until I've seen this movie. So that's kind of
Who's been
funny.
in 3 movies?
Ana de Armas, so the main actress for Ballerina, has been in 3 different movies with Keanu Reeves. I did not know this until I saw
Really?
Ballerina.
I
Ballerina is
didn't know
one of
that
them.
either.
She's in Knock Knock, which was a Eli Roth thriller where she plays. Keanu Reeves plays like a guy who works from home, and his wife I think is away, and these 2 random women turn up on his doorstep asking for help, and they kind of end up like seducing him. It's a weird kind of erotic thriller, horror, comedy, action,
Well,
weird mashup.
okay.
The Eli Roth
I
film,
didn't
kind
know.
of expected. And the other one, I think it's got 2 names. I keep forgetting to remember. One of them's called like Daughter of God, or it's got 2 different names. I forget what the other title
Hmm.
is. And
Yeah.
and also has Keanu Reeves. It was about the same time, like 2016, 2017. I've never seen it, and they're both in that as well. So I didn't know that. I've not seen either of those films. I knew of Knock Knock. I didn't know she was one of the two women in that. It was before. I don't want to say it was before she fully like was very famous, but it was kind of before she really blew up as an actress.
Oh.
And yeah, I was really keen for Ballerina because she's in No Time to Die. She's obviously in Knives Out with Daniel Craig as well, but she was in
Hmm.
No Time to Die, and she's in one scene in that movie, and it's an action scene, and she steals the scene away from everyone in that scene.
He
It's
does?
amazing. Yeah, she's amazing in that scene. She plays a it's a scene set in Cuba, I think, and I think she is Cuban or of Cuban heritage, I think. And so they had this idea that she would play a CIA
Let me
operative
look it up.
working, and she's in this one sequence in the movie, and it's brilliant, and she's so good in the action stuff, and I was like, wow, if she can do this, then she must be great for Ballerina. So,
Oh, she was in
yeah,
the
if you
the second Blade Runner movie.
yeah,
Oh,
she plays the
holographic.
AI holographic
Yeah.
woman that's in the apartment. Yeah, and
Oh, okay, okay,
she's
okay.
been lots of things, but yeah, um,
Yeah, she's
yeah,
Cuban. You're right.
she was yeah, she's Cuban. And she was
Hmm.
Knives Out, the murder mystery. Ryan Johnson, Ryan, yeah, murder mystery movie. She plays the main character in it, the nurse who helps at the house, who's embroiled
Yeah.
in the main plot of the murder mystery. And it was because Daniel Craig worked with her on that. They were looking for someone for this role in No Time to Die, which he shot afterwards, and he suggested her for the role. And she's amazing, and as I said, she steals that scene. And
Hmm.
it's very much like you see that and you go, "Oh yeah, it makes sense that you would put her in Ballerina." So yeah, really good choice.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, huge accolades from her, and we're definitely looking forward to more stuff from her. She did really well in Ballerina. No complaints, no complaints. No complaints whatsoever.
They haven't announced. They haven't announced if they're going to do another one, but if they don't, I'd be shocked because it was
Yeah,
a
same.
surprisingly decent movie. Like I
Yeah,
went in. I don't want to say I went in with
agreed.
low expectations, but I went like, oh, it's not John Wick. It's as long as it's kind of like passably action. But she
Mm-hmm.
was just as good as Reeves, and even the few scenes they share together in that movie, it's pretty fun. Like I was quite impressed with that, and yeah, I would love to see more of it. So
Also, really, really funny. Once we started talking about Ballerina, someone in chat is actually currently watching Ballerina, so that's really funny.
hope they're enjoying it.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too. Um, what was I? Ballerina was. We'll go back to my list. Okay, yes. So, yeah, that's a whole spiel about um the action movies that I watched recently. And I guess the last one that I'll talk about is, well, by myself, is Wicked for Good, obviously. Wicked for Good is, um as I said before, fucking amazing. Um I will put a spoiler warning here again because I do want to talk a little bit about it. Just a tiny bit, not too much. So for those who really want to like not know anything about Wicked for Good, just like mute the stream until I take away the tag. But yeah, so Wicked for Good was really really good. I honestly think that it was such a good idea to split it into two, because it's such a huge musical and there's just so much lore behind it, and as a movie you can do way more stuff, way more Easter eggs to refer to the medium in general, and they did such a good job and really really beautiful. And um d- my personal favorite songs were No Good Deed. I think Cynthia did a really, really, really fucking good job of singing that. It was visually so stunning. John and Chu and all the other what do you call it, director of photography and camera people, they all did a really, really good job of framing the dramaticness, I guess, if you want to use that word, um of just a scene. Like, it's, you know, because obviously it's already epic in the musical, but the way they translated that to cinema was just like, she's basically the way that she's like alone, kind of singing about how shit everyone is, and how like how she wants to rescue her love, Fiero, and like just how heartbroken she is, and she's like performing this huge magic ritual to like save him for the first time, and doing what was probably one of the hardest spells she ever did in that movie. And they just depicted that so well, so well. And Cynthia, obviously, with her amazing voice, just takes the icing on the cake. So good. And also, obviously, a special shout out to Stephen. Oh my God, Stephen Schwartz. Yeah, that's his name. Stephen Schwartz, the composer of all of the Wicked songs. Obviously, the fact that he stayed and worked on he definitely stayed and worked on the movie versions to make it more like refined for the movies. And he did a really good job to do that. So W to him for doing that. It's very nice. And speaking of which, he did also actually add another song just for the movie called "No Place Like Home." And it's a very, very it's a very, very it's nothing as amazing as No Good Deed, but it is honestly in many ways a very fitting addition to especially to the current political climate that we're in. The way she sings that song is just, it feels like it's much needed for a lot of people in this world right now. And I will actually read some of the lyrics. You might laugh at this too, Rob. So this is how it goes. Why do I love this place that's never loved me? A place that seems to be devolving and even wanting to. But Oz is more than just a place. It's a promise, an idea, and I want to help make it come true. When you feel like you can't fight anymore, just tell yourself there's no place like home. When you feel it's not worth fighting for, compel yourself because there's no place like home. So, yeah, I think you can understand why those lyrics are so relevant to a lot of people in today. So I think he did a really good job to add that. And of course, it's also a commentary on what Dorothy says at the end when she goes back home. And also, I really love that. I mean, this was kind of obvious anyway, but I also really love that they didn't really show the faces of Dorothy. They never showed Dorothy or even her dog once. Not really. Not the full frontal of it. They hardly showed any of the lion or, oh my god, I was about to say Lion, Witch and Wardrobe. Nope, wrong movie. Lion, Scarecrow, and the Steel guy, and Steelman.
Steelman? They turned to Steelman.
Steelman, yeah, Steel guy. Tin Man. Oh, I think it's Tin Man. Yes, you're right. Yeah, someone in chat has just corrected us. Tin Man. You know what? Steel guy sounds kind of funnier.
Steel guy.
But yes, they don't really show much of him either. Like, I mean, maybe the Tin Man more so for obvious reasons. Tin Man and Scarecrow for obvious reasons, but not even the Lion gets that much. And I think that's a great, that is a really, really great decision, because Wicked is, after all, not about Dorothy or her crew. It's not. It's about the people behind all of that, like Glinda and Oh my god, my brain. What is going on? It's 10 p.m. That's probably why. Alphaba. That's it. See, my brain got there. um,
I
but
knew
no,
what you were going to say.
Alphaba.
I wanted to see
Yeah,
it. I'll
yeah.
let you decide.
I'm assuming you have not watched the movies, Rob.
No, I have not. I have not. I was waiting until the second one came out, and then I feel like this plan has backfired when I realized what the combined runtime of those two movies were.
What do you like marathon so many movies all the time? This
Oh,
is
oh,
nothing.
that is one thing though. Like I do struggle with something that's like over 3 hours or 4 hours of the same thing. Like marathons are usually interesting because it's like here's something for like in 90 minutes, 2 hours of one type of movie, and then you play a different type of movie. Like you go from a comedy to an action or a drama to horror or something like that. But it's I try to sit through 4 hours of Zack Snyder's Justice League cut that he did, and it was a struggle. Like it's 4 hours of the same thing is kind of rough. So I will watch them, but I'm going to watch like them as everyone else did, and probably watch one at one point, and then the second one a little while later. Not like what I was thinking, because yeah, I've had this conversation with you before. I, I, I get it in some ways that you've got the ability to go anywhere with a theatrical version, but it is quite surprising that the runtime of these two movies is like twice the length of the musical, basically, as well, which is tells me there's a lot to it that they've kind of you can do a lot of character stuff that you can't do on a stage, so that you can spend more time in the world and set up and character dynamics that you can't get away with in a stage performance. So I'm kind of curious to see what that's like, but yeah, I haven't raced out to see it. Sorry.
Um, you know what? Next time you come over, maybe we can watch it.
Sounds like a plan.
He says regretfully. I'm not holding a gun to your head, right, Rob?
No, this is right. I'm not. I watch most anything, so I'm not saying I won't watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it. It's just my constant backlog forever.
Yeah,
It'll be
yeah,
there.
it's true. He does have a backlog. I've seen the list, guys. It's long. It's long. He has a whole website dedicated to it. That's how long it is.
Well, I have a list on Letterboxd that's I don't think it's public, that I've got stuff that I need to that I've never watched and stuff that I want to rewatch as well. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I'll check that out later. That's funny.
I don't know if it's public. I can't remember. I think my DVD shelf is public. That everything that I have on shelves, or most, about 95% of everything, unless I've missed things, is on that list. But it's a little over. Anyway,
Maybe you
you
can look
continue.
through your list at some point for another episode. Yes. Thank you. So yeah, that's basically my review of Wicked for Good. As you guys know from maybe a previous episode, I am a huge fan of Crazy Rich Asians as well, which is also another movie that he made. And he did very well with that. And he was the way he makes everything so majestic and bright and just beautiful, just all the colors, the color syncing, like the way he's connects everything with colors as well. Like it's just like there's no other director that could have done it better, and I'm so glad that he did it. um and in many ways he is what brings a different form of color to this medium. And that's if you know, uh um Wizard of Oz started off as black and white and then came into color. So hey, but I'm tush. Anyway, um,
I've got one random statement I'm going to make about John M. Chu, which is in 2015 he released a uh, really oddly not very well received, kind of thrown to the wolves version of Jem and the Holograms, 1980s cartoon. And I've
mm-hmm.
always wanted to see it. I've always wanted to see it because it sounds
Oh.
bonkers. So anyone who's seen it, like, do mention it in the comments, but in the chat. But like, man, I've always wanted to see it, and I still haven't got around to it. I was overseas when it came out, and I missed it. It kind of came and went because it kind of, as I said, it got thrown out into the cinemas. And he's had a very interesting career because he did like, I think he did the Now You See Me sequel, Now You See Me 2, and done a few musicals, obviously, and like I think one of the Step Up movies and In the Heights and all that sort
Yeah,
of stuff.
he
A lot
did
of
the Step
musicals.
Up movies as well. Yeah. Oh
But
yeah, I
yeah,
keep
it's
forgetting he's already done a musical before
yeah,
Wicked.
it's unlike. I mean, and yeah, Jim and the Holograms is a musical too. Technically, it's a rock
Oh, okay, I
musical
didn't
type
know that.
movie.
Oh, okay, okay. You know, like
Yeah, so I mean,
I forget he's done a lot of music like movies, and yeah, because I was strangely, I obviously Step Up counts, but you know that's different to like a musical. So when I first heard that he was going to do Wicked, actually when I first heard he was going to do Into the Heights, I was kind of like, oh, um, is he going to be good for that? But no, he didn't disappoint. He did not disappoint.
but I mean, I mean, he'd done a bunch of the Step Up movies as well, obviously, which are all like not quite traditional musicals in the same sense, but they're all got musical to dance elements, and I think that, and he's done some concert films. I mean, he did the Justin Bieber concert movie as well, like
Oh my
ages
god, I
ago. So
forget that. That's crazy.
yeah, so he's had like and the Justin he's done a couple of those actually. I think he did two of them. So you know, like yeah, it's he's got a lot of musical cred or musical related stuff, and I think it's just that thing over time where you know, he eventually went to full blown musicals as opposed to music adjacent or like concerty stuff, and obviously dance movies that are not quite a full blown musical quite yet, but close enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Avatar. Should we talk about Avatar?
Yes, let's talk about Avatar. So, you know what? You go first. Thoughts on Avatar?
Uh, I don't. I'm gonna say one thing first, which is I after I saw the movie, I'm straight up I can say I really enjoyed. My track record was that I didn't love the first Avatar movie. I was very blown away by the technology, obviously, and the 3D was
You
amazing in
didn't love the
2009.
first Avatar movie.
No, I
Oh, controversial. Okay.
I wasn't that controversial. I mean, it was technically fine, but it was a very bland. It's a very simple plot, and obviously everyone's made all the comparisons. It's like
I'm just teasing.
Pocahontas and Dark
I agree.
Purples and all that sort of stuff. But
Yep.
I went into that
Yep.
second one and I was like, this will be okay. I'm here for the technology,
Yeah.
and but
Yeah.
I ended up
Yeah.
going, well, I actually really enjoyed the story. The third one is a continuation. It's I don't want to say it's like more of the same because in some ways it is, but it's a straight like obviously it's like two movies like Wicked, right? Like it's two movies that it basically could have been one big movie, but it would have been way too long. You split it and it's two. The story continues, and so I was expecting the reviews for this after I'd seen it would be about the same. Like the second movie didn't do particularly great at reviews overall compared to the first, which is so weird to me. That's so backwards. But anyway, I think like on Rotten Tomatoes, it's like a 77% or 76% or something. And I looked at the aggregate reviews for the third one, and it's like 60. It's like down 10%. It's like 67 or 66%. And I was like, it really wasn't that different of a movie. And I was like, can't be that bad. So I start looking at the reviews, and most of them are like complaining. It's like, oh, you know, it wasn't the leap that we got from the last one, or like it's more of the same. And I'm like, but that's kind of the point, right? Like it
The
wasn't a
what of the
massive
last
gap.
one?
It was like this more of the same. You know, it wasn't the massive gap that there was. It wasn't better. It's like, well, it was supposed to be more of the
Oh,
same.
okay.
Like what? These reviews are terrible. Were you expecting a massive technological leap of 3 years compared to the difference of was it 12, 13 years between the first and the second movie? Of course you weren't. And it was shot back to back. Two and three were shot together. So of course
Yeah.
they're going to be very similar. I don't get it. So I
I
enjoyed it. I
was
think
I
it
was
was
still
great.
really impressed with the technology. Like it was still
Oh,
like
dude.
I knew
Yeah,
it
there's
was
some shots
48
for that.
frames and I still was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." Like I don't think you
I
guys know how
I
hard it is to film two different frames of films at the same time. Like it's insane.
Well, it's 3D. It's 3D, so you've got offset, and they're both shooting at high frame rate. So it's a lot of data. You got to do all the visual effects at higher fidelity because you've got more frames to fill. It has to be smooth. There's a lot of
Uh-huh.
work. I
Uh-huh.
mean,
Uh-huh.
like reflections, water, the there's constantly a human crew about 85% of the movie who's in the world, and it's completely believable. And I know from seeing some of the behind the scenes stuff since I saw the movie. Sometimes that human is not even a human; he's CG too. Like he's a full CG replacement in some of those shots, or three quarters of
Wait,
a
really?
replacement, and it's insane. Yeah, 100%. Like, because it was easier to get him
Whoa.
to integrate him into the shot if they use CG for like to help. So like say he's partly in water or he's partly on land and he's climbing out or whatever, and you want that connection between the ground and the thing to feel real, they were just like, right, we'll just cut his head
Uh-huh.
off, essentially, and the rest of his body CG so that we get that interaction that we want. Because it's the easier way to do it. Just insane. And there's shots like I was watching another thing, like certain shots where they filmed actual reference material and used some of the reference as part of the shot in CG. So there's a scene, I'm not going to explain the reasoning behind it, but there's a scene where there's some powder on a hand that needs to be moved into a tube for a reason. That is not a spoiler, but the hand, they couldn't, instead of having to like figure out how to do powder and moving like fine granules while also making the rest of it CG, they
I'm
just
trying to
literally
think of that
shot someone's
scene. What did
painted
you say?
hand. It's
Powder?
powder. There's a tent scene with some material and two characters. Let's say hallucinogenic properties, probably
Oh,
to
yeah, no,
avoid
I got it.
spoilers.
I got it.
And so to do it, they filmed an actual reference where they painted someone's hand, filmed the shot, and then built the CG around it. So the powder's real, the middle of the hand is real, the movement's real because they followed the original hand, and the rest of it's CG. And you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But it was easier to do that than it was to try and figure out how to do CG of making the powder look correct and making that work. So they actually shot it for real, and then was like, yeah, let's just use that bit of the shot. That is throughout the entire movie, like
Wow,
water
that's pretty
spits, like
amazing.
so yeah, it's amazing stuff, absolutely amazing stuff, and this will just we just so we're so conditioned to not even paying attention to this that we don't realize how much some of this stuff has never been seen before,
No,
like
absolutely.
water flow fluid effects and the scale of these things, and it's just insane because
Absolutely.
it all looks like CG. We lose the scope of it until you go look it up afterwards and you go,
Avatar
oh,
is one of those movies that are storyline wise nothing new, but the technology, dude, like it's literally like pioneering the future of shooting film. Like that's how iconic it is. Like I don't think anyone realizes that. Yeah. Mm.
I don't have anything else I really want to say. I think people should definitely, other than that, as I said, if people haven't seen it at the cinemas, and it's done pretty well box office. It hasn't done as well as the last two. The other two are like number one and number three in the overall all-time box office, and this time like it's in the top 20 now, but it's like several $100,000 behind the other two, like
I'm so
easily. So
surprised because like
done
the
well, but
fire
not
chick.
easy.
But this is not a spoiler because she's in the trailers. But the I'm just gonna say the fire chick. Oh,
The fire
mamacita,
chick.
mamacita, so hot. Her design, amazing. Chef's kiss. Coincidentally, she's the actress who was that queen, quote unquote, in the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones. Very horrible scene. But she did so amazing acting as her. Like I was just entranced by the way she moves, the way she fights, the way she talked to various characters and villains in the movie. So good, so good. I feel like she stole the movie in my opinion, but that's just me. I actually was not a fan of the second one. But that's my opinion, and I think I've already talked about this in the first episode. So
Mm.
yeah,
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 you did. So you enjoyed it more than the second, at least. So that's
I did because honestly, Mamacita mainly. Well, actually, and also, I actually personally thought that they actually kind of did a little bit better with storytelling in my opinion, more in the way that they worked really hard on characterization and more specifically on Neytiri, what she had to deal with what why are you
no, I'm
laughing?
not laughing at you. I'm just reminded of something that someone has written that I because you asked me to look at the letterbox thing and you're talking about her and I yeah. Sorry.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, I honestly think that Neytiri's characterization in the third movie is fucking amazing, and they hit a really good like they hit the really important emotional beats for her development. And it was the necessary things that she had to go through to in order to progress in this film. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was kind of like in the second one, I was kind of getting tired of her a little bit. But they definitely address like a lot of why you be frustrated at her in the second movie, in the third movie. So yeah, they really go through a circle of that. And obviously Zoe Saldana did a very good job acting as her. Neytiri probably has one of the most like um emotional acting scenes overall out of everyone, in my opinion. Yeah. Um yeah. So and she did an amazing job. So yeah, I will say another thing I want to add is the Sigourney Weaver thing. I don't know myself. I feel weird about it. Can you confirm if she actually kissed that actor?
Oh yeah, because they're motion capture. But they're actors. And I assume this day and age, most people get offered the intimacy coordinators and make sure that everyone's okay with this. And if they weren't, then they would say. And if both actors are okay and they're happy with it, then it should be fine. It shouldn't be controversial if the actors are acting and they're both are completely fine with it. I mean, yeah. I mean, there was already that subjective thing about like, well, Sigourney was playing like she went from playing the character she played in the first one, and now she's playing like this kid slash teenager character.
Yeah.
Was already kind of weird in its own way, but it works. I forget. I hear it's Sigourney Weaver's voice, but I forget that it's her, which is impressive. Like, I feel like it's also very impressive considering all the other people that she's performing around are actually young. Like they're much younger than her, and she
Yeah.
doesn't feel like she's missing a beat on it. Like she feels like she's with them, like which is pretty
Yeah.
crazy
That's
for some.
kind of wholesome.
Yeah.
I have no problems with that. I did actually just Google his age, so I you know what? I think that's fine. I think I was worried for no reason. He is 21 now. And he would have been 18 regardless when he filmed that with her. So, yeah, two consenting adults at the end of the day. So, yeah.
I will before I quickly go through mine because I think we'll end up talking for another hour about my stuff otherwise. But I will quickly to appease you. I will go through and find some quotes from. I will pick one from
To
each
appease
of
me. It's
the
to
movies.
appease everyone, not just me.
Appease you because you wanted you requested it. You said it was a great idea. So, John Wick Chapter 3. This is a quote this is actually from Patrick Willems. He has a YouTuber. He's pretty good. For John Wick 3, I can't believe Keanu spoiler redacted with a spoiler redacted, and that's only in the first 10 minutes. That's a great review. Nothing funny, but yeah.
Actually, really
We
good.
don't
I
talk
like
enough
that one.
about we don't talk enough about how the killer dogs have adorable little doggy bulletproof jackets.
They do.
A good,
They do.
a good
That's actually really cute. I agree.
And the funniest one is this dude ever getting that car back? It was a good one. I thought that was
Oh my god,
John Wick.
that's so true.
John Wick. John Wick Chapter 4. Chapter 4. I will leave it as. You talked about the stairs. I don't think you got to talk much about it in there, but it says John Wick's biggest enemy were those damn stairs, which is very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And the next one, do you have any for Wicked? I think Wicked would be good to have some for.
Wicked. I like this one. It tickled my fancy. I don't know if it'd be everyone's. Wicked for Good is pretty much The Godfather Part 2, but for theatre kids, and that is 4-star review. I think that's a positive.
Oh my god. Yep. I can see why they said that. I can see why they said that. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ballerina. I forgot to go to Ballerina. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Go.
you just have to watch a beautiful woman shoot people in the head for 2 hours.
Yeah. Agreed. 100% agree. Okay. All right. Well.
Avatar.
Oh yeah. Avatar. Go ahead. Yes, Avatar. Yep.
This is the one I was chuckling at before. Spider's life is so fascinating. This is a 5-star review, my list. Spider's life is so fascinating because imagine going to hang out at your blue friend's house and his possibly racist mum keeps talking to you, talking about how much she wants to kill you.
Oh my god.
Very true. Very true.
Yep. But tush.
Also, how long is this one? 5 days. Just shut up and watch it. Quote James Cameron. I
Wait,
could
wait,
not
I
watch
don't
it.
get that one.
3 hours. They're trying to say it's a really long movie, but it's only 3 hours.
Oh right.
It's not five.
It's
Not
not,
5 minutes.
yeah. It's not the first 3 hour movie. Calm down, people.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly go through mine because I don't want to. We've been talking for so long, and I will talk very quickly.
Okay,
28
don't
years.
rush yourself though. Don't still breathe,
Oh,
Rob. Still breathe.
I know, I know. 28 years later, The Bone Temple is the 28 weeks later sequel in the sense that not only was it also a sequel to the movie 28 Weeks Later, released many years ago, it was released exactly 28 weeks after the last 28 years movie came out, if that makes
Oh
sense. So
god. I
last
remember
year,
you
it was
telling me about this now.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
remember.
the 28 years later movie, it was amazing. I highly recommend that. And then they made this other movie, and it's supposed to be a series of 3 movies. These two were shot together, and then the third one hasn't been shot. But the end of this last one, the one that I've just seen, sets up the third of this trilogy. Um, and I hope they get to make it. I don't know because the box office has been okay, but not great. But I
Mm-hmm.
really hope they get to commit it. But powerhouse performances. Rafe Fiennes has never been better in a movie. Like, I'm not just saying that. Several people I've talked to have seen this movie were just absolutely blown away. He carries this movie. Jack O'Connell plays the kind of the bad guy, I guess, for the narrative, but he's really just a mixed up kind of individual based on the circumstances of this like rage virus outbreak that happened in Britain,
Okay.
and he's amazing. He has this band. It was very controversial, and I won't talk about it, but basically because it was a spoiler for the last movie. If you've seen the last movie, you'll know there's a thing that happens at the end of that movie which sets up the start of this one, and there's a bunch of these characters, and it's based. There's a situation where this character is kind of loosely based on a very true person that exists or existed in real life, who's very controversial. And so this was already courting a certain level of controversy in itself because it exists in a world where the things that we had happened with this person in real life that came out the truth didn't happen because in the fictional world of this rage virus thing happened, so nobody got to find out the truth. So that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of interesting, and was very conflicting for a lot of people and very controversial, especially in the UK, where it was a big
Yeah.
deal. But it doesn't take away from the fact that the performances are amazing. There's some really crazy storytelling. It's a very much like the last one, it's a very artistically well shot, amazingly well drawn world that really does draw you in with some amazing characters and some really harrowing scenes, but really, really amazing work. And I can't recommend it enough. I we saw Return to Silent Hill, which was
Oh yeah, I'm interested in this one. Let's go.
it was it was only released in the cinemas here in New Zealand for like 4 or 5 days, depending on where, and limited number of screenings.
Oh, I
Which
didn't
was
know
a very
that.
interesting. Yeah. So I wanted to see it, but it happened so happened that it also came out about the time of one of my friends' birthdays. So and they wanted to see it, so I bought them a ticket for their birthday. So the two of us went, and if you're a fan of the game, you're gonna like have this weird love-hate relationship. It's based off the video game Silent Hill 2. Very, very probably the most renowned of the series. It was really originally released in 2001. They recently also remade it for the modern PC and consoles, which was also very well received as a remake. And so this movie kind of takes elements from it, but changes things and has a lot of the visual style, but also lacks some of the substance in some respects. I'm personally of the belief that it's really hard to adapt these games because a lot of it is lived experience, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but like if you play the game, you kind of get to involve yourself in the environment and you learn and you kind of make assumptions based on what you hear, see, read, and that's really hard when you've got to push a narrative for 90 minutes or so. And
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it makes it has to be very straightforward, and you have to change things in order to make it work. And they do that. Is it successful? Not really. Is it interesting? Yes. Is it visually amazing? Yeah. I mean, there's some mixed CG, but generally speaking, there's a lot of practical sets. There's practical effects work, costumes, prosthetic work, monster creations with actual like costume design and stuff like that. There's some the main actor is a bit but the main actress is amazing. Like just a real mixed bag. The takeaway for me was just how amazing the cinematography was, and I was really shocked because you don't see too many movies now that use. I know it sounds really bad, and it's not the start of another conversation, but that idea that we shoot things with these digital cameras, and they're shot very flat, very specific lighting because we fix a lot of stuff in post, or we don't want to be motivated with our lighting.
Yeah.
It's the thing that we're
Yeah.
current. It's just how things are. This movie's not like that at all. There's very much motivated lighting. There's very specific light sources. There's very specific kind of looks and colors and tones and blacks, and it's very interesting. And the cinematographer was I think he's Argentinian, and he did the Rec films, the horror film franchise that then got turned into the film Quarantine in the United States, got remade in the 2000s, early 2010s. Um, just so happened that when we were sitting through the end of this movie and the credits are playing, and the credits have got these actually quite nice CG credit titles that are like a video game. It's kind of cool. Um, the cinematography credit comes up on the screen, and all of a sudden, like about 6 rows, this theater's it's one of those. It's the first screening at the Roxy, which is the cinema I said before in Wellington, um, that I went to because it was one of the only two places here that was screening it. It's the first screening on the Friday night that they're playing, and the cinema is about half full for the screening. And all of a sudden, there's a bunch of applause when the cinematographer's credit comes up, and we're just like, "That's a bit weird." And we turn around, and they're all like cheering, but they're cheering at someone, and we're like, "That's kind of unusual." It's like someone involved in the production here. Is the cinematography here? No, that can't be right. Anyway, so they leave. The people that were cheering leave, and we wait for the end of the credits, and we walk downstairs, and this group is standing by the in the lobby downstairs, and they're just chatting. And as I walk past, I hear one of them talking about, "Oh, that work, the cinematographer is amazing. You did such a great job." And I'm like, "Hang on, wait, what?" So I didn't assume correctly. The cinematographer for this movie was here, and so I like turned to them. I was like, "Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Is one of you the cinematographer for this movie?" There's like a group of about 8, 9 people, and they're like point to this one guy, and I'm just like, they're like, "This guy, he's from overseas. He's here, but we thought he might want to see the movie that he worked on." And I'm like, "Oh my god, it was amazing!" And I'm like, not just saying this because it was the highlight of that movie. And one of the staff heard this and came over and was like, he was the one that pointed out, "Oh, you worked on Rick?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did." And we ended up having a chat, and he had a
How
photo with me and my friend and a couple other
cool.
people, like very random, of all the places to be. And so it was him and his partner. I said, "Are you here working?" "No, we're just traveling." Him and his partner were traveling, seeing the country and meeting. They have friends and family, I think, in the country, and yeah, they
It's
just
so
decided to go see the
cool.
movie.
Guys, Rob made a fucking celebrity. Not just any celebrity, a
It was pretty crazy.
cinematographer
Cinematographer.
celebrity. Very cool.
I, the screenings have come and gone, and it didn't get a huge amount of release overseas. The reviews have been absolutely terrible, which is unfair because it got
Yeah.
worse
Which
reviews.
sucks because
But
Silent Hill's such a great franchise. It is.
the funny thing is, this is the third movie technically. The director made an original movie in 2006, and he returned
Yeah.
for this one, which is the third. And there was a movie in the
Yeah.
middle done by a different director, and the director wasn't bad, but the movie wasn't particularly great. It's mostly memorable because I think most people probably checked in because Kit Harington was in it. So right at the like early peak of the
Oh,
Game of
Kid
Thrones
Harington's
really
in
taking
it. I
off.
didn't know that.
The second movie, and it's a bit of a sloppy mess, and it's kind of all over the place. And I think that's a less
Jon
interesting
Snow,
movie.
by the
Visually,
way,
it's
for
not.
those who don't know.
It's less interesting visually. Plot's worse. Acting's all over the show. Like
Wait, is this the
it's
second one or
okay.
the current one?
The second one, but the
Okay,
third
okay,
one is
okay.
better than that second one. But the second one's got better
Okay.
reviews than this third one. Which I don't agree with at all. It's definitely a better movie than the last one. That's of the three the one not
Oh.
done by this director. But of course, the fan community for this game is very controversial. They have very big opinions about everything. So when they feel like something's ruined Silent Hill 2, it's probably going to get targeted a bit. And I thought it was fine. If you don't know the games, you're probably going to get confused at points, or find it very weird. And if you like the games, you may end up just going, "Well, that was okay," or you always end up hating it because it's not like the games, which means it's an unwinnable thing, really. So yeah, I can't recommend it unless you love visual storytelling or you watch the 2006 silent movie and really liked it, because it's kind of more of that, and you might enjoy it for that reason. But yeah, the next movie I went and
Nice,
saw
nice.
was No Other Choice, which I'm so terrible, and this I said this to someone the other day, and I was like, this is not me. This is not me trying to be like, I can't tell two Korean directors apart, but I get the director of like The Host and Parasite confused with the director of Old Boy and this movie. And it's because it's not because they're both Korean, it's because they have very similar dark edged comedy
Did
tones
I
underlying
can't.
their mentality, and people were just like, "You're just being racist, man." I'm like, "I'm not. I'm just like, I just forget who made what, because they they have the same creative spark, very visually oriented, very world building, very interesting, and very dark, very comedic black comedies quite often. Um, yeah, and it's kind of weird, and they all kind of mesh to me. So I for anyone who will remind me who made what, but this is the director who made Old Boy and Stoker, which I really loved as well.
Uh-huh.
That's a American film
Mm-hmm.
he did. Um, it's about basically he's a paper man. They call him a paper man, and he's a guy who's worked in this paper pulp industry for 25 years. He won a Pulp Man of the Year award, and he's very indebted to his job. He loves his job. He's got a
Yeah.
family, two kids, dogs, the whole gamut, and he loses his job because he doesn't want to fire people technically, but they were going to axe people, and so there's this whole thing about him trying to find a job, and he realizes that the only way he's going to get a job is if he can kill someone who has the job he wants, and also the people that will be better than him that will apply. And so he makes a fake ad and tries to get candidates, and then has to plot how he's going to do this. And it's a black comedy of errors and weirdness and fun, and it's such a wacky movie, but somehow it works constantly. It's really surprising, goes off a massive weird tangents that I wasn't expecting, but like all come back to basically work in the end. It's a very well crafted film, and I honestly can't recommend it enough. Great cast. They're just all the characters are just so on point. They're like, you have like this these other characters that are going to apply for this job, and they all have their own dramas in their own life. And of course, this is causing drama in his own life, where he's like running off when he's supposed to be going job hunting, and he's disappearing for long hours, and his wife's like, "What is going on?" And like the kids are like, you know, yeah, it's crazy, and so I can't recommend it enough. It is. I think it actually officially comes out here in New Zealand this week. I think overseas it might be also be this week. I got to see an early screening of it last week. And yeah, I can't recommend it enough. Really, really, really funny.
Also, it's
Um,
coming out this
two
week.
more. I think it's this week. I think it may have already
Oh,
come
okay,
out
okay. All right, we'll
last
look
week.
into it.
I saw it or 2 weeks ago, but or almost 2 weeks ago, but it was really good. One movie I missed at the cinemas last year, but I finally got to watch. I rented it off Amazon. It cost me literally $2, and I can't believe how cheap that was. It was ridiculous. The Long Walk, adaptation of a Stephen King novel. Man, heart wrenchingly bleak, really hard watch, but such a great watch too. Like just a great. If you're wanting something a little bit more challenging, real drama.
This is the
It's
long
set in
walk,
a
right?
world where the Long Walk. It's set
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
world
Cool.
where, like I think the World War II went a different way, and so like America is kind of in this like era where everyone's like quite poverty driven, and so it's kind of in that vein of like a battle royale kind of concept where like, but this one's like a volunteer. You volunteer, and 50 men get to go on the Long Walk, and they just keep walking until one of them's left. And if they slow down or stop, they get killed. And the idea is that if the winner of the walk will win fame and fortune as a promotional response, and the other people will just be, unfortunately, will die. And yeah, just a crazy movie that I didn't know where it was going to go, and it was just a stunning piece of work. And but a hard watch. I will definitely agree with that. It won't be for everyone. even after I finished watching it, I was like, man, I don't know how I feel about that. Because it would go in
Mm.
certain tangents where I was like, oh, what's going to happen? And there's like a little
Yeah.
enough level of tension. You get enough time with investment of you don't get to meet all the people in this walk, but the groups, the number of the main characters that you meet, you get to spend enough with all of them to kind of understand who they all are, what their backgrounds are. Mark Hamill is in it as well, and he plays kind of like
Oh,
this
he
character I've
is?
never seen. Yeah,
Oh.
he's playing a character I've never seen him play before, and he's really like I was thought, oh, this might take me out of it, but I really did actually feel the character in the end, and it was really important to the plot. So yeah, really interesting film, and a lot of commentary. Like you could see it as a parable for like the poor and the wealthy, and like haves and have nots, and like race relations, and like a whole bunch of stuff. It has a lot of social commentary as well that is not too on the nose. It's not like thrown in your face. It's all just there because the mixture of all these characters, they're all from different backgrounds and ethnicities and race and all that sort of stuff. So it's quite interesting to see it. And yeah, crazy movie. And but yeah, as I said, not for everyone. But if you're interested in the Stephen King adaptation, that's a good one. Then I can't another good one on that level. Then I can't recommend it enough. Last one,
Mm.
I promise.
Mhm.
This is a real simple, short one. Rental Family. I saw it a little after Boxing Day. It's the one you may have seen the trailers. It's gotten amazing reviews. Brendan Fraser plays a
Oh,
jobbing
Brendan
actor,
Fraser.
American
Yes,
actor.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
We love him. We love his
jobbing
comeback.
jobbing actor in Japan. Yeah, so this is a continuation of that. He's playing this jobbing actor in Japan, and he broke early. He managed to get into this really big campaign for a toothpaste commercial, and so he did okay at first. And now it's been several years, and he's still in Japan, but he's just doing little side gigs and not really making a lot
Yeah.
of money. And he gets hired for a job that turns out to be basically the token white guy at a funeral. And it turns out that he's
Oh
actually part of
God.
he's been hired by this guy at this company, but the funeral's fake. It's the guy's still alive. It's like one of those living wakes things, kind of things. But he's going to be the token white guy
Oh.
that turns up. But it turns out this guy, he's hired him and is very impressed. And he also finds out he's fluent in Japanese, and he could become the token white guy for a bunch of this stuff. So he
Oh
starts getting
God.
involved in this idea of being
Oh
a
shit.
rental member, and this is based on this thing that actually does exist in Japan, where you can rent people to talk to or like to be company or whatever. But they take it to this extreme where he's going to live this person. So in one scenario, he becomes like this um, father of a child who the mother doesn't want anything to do, but the daughter's been constantly asking about the child, about the father, and they also need the
Oh
father to get her
God.
into the
Oh, that's
school.
fucking
So
shit.
becomes becomes the father, and he gets heavily involved. And there's all these different
Jesus.
stories. It's a
Yeah.
really heart. It sounds really like from that level it sounds crazy, but it's a really
Yep.
heartwarming affirmation type film, and it's gorgeously shot, all shot in Japan. Looks amazing. The characters are so broadly drawn, but so real
Mhm.
as well at the same
Mhm.
time, which is
Okay.
such an uncommon thing I find in movies. Brendan Fraser's Japanese is pretty good, surprisingly. I think he worked really well with the dialect coach.
Really?
I talked to a couple of people who are like, I said, how was his Japanese? And they're like, pretty good actually. Like, not like it doesn't feel like he's forced or he's reading off cards or like learned it phonetically. Like it feels like he actually has some understanding of it, which is helps sell the character that he's been living in this country for a while and he knows people.
Yeah.
Um, he has a bunch of like quirky friends already that exists, and like and this kind of crosses over into it. And there's all these little sub stories, but they all kind of be linking up. And this company has like a few staff that their stories kind of cross into it. And yeah, a really sweet, um, fun film. And I was kind of surprised. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did. I thought much like your reaction to it. Like I knew this daughter thing was going to come up,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh god, this might end up being awkward. But it works quite well, and like the drama feels earned, and like it doesn't feel forced, and that's why it's probably gotten good reviews. And Brendan Fraser is amazing, and as I said, like he is that anchor to everything in the middle, and yeah, it's really impressive. So do recommend. But yeah, that's all of them for me.
Oh, that was a mouthful. You doing good, Rob?
Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I was trying not to speed through
No,
it, but also like not say too much.
no, it
Otherwise, I
was
could spend
fine.
another hour.
Don't worry about it. The only thing I worry about is your sleep. But in terms of the time, I
Yeah,
mean, we've done worse.
it is almost 10. It is almost 10 to 11, but we've done worse.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
And
written
don't
way too
worry about
much
my
in this
chat.
one.
They're used to it.
Has anyone complained? Has anyone?
No, no, do not worry. If they complain, banned. Banned immediately. Those are some really, really good recommendations. I'm particularly interested in the No Other Choice movie since you talked a lot about that one and The Long Walk. I think that the No Other
Yeah,
Choice and Long Walk, those seemed like really good movies. Mm,
yeah.
mm,
If you
mm.
don't want watching something challenging, The Long Walk is a really interesting film, and I can't even take credit for wanting to see that. I remember seeing it at the cinemas. We tried to organise to go see it because a friend of mine really wanted to see it, and my flatmate as well, actually. Both really
Yeah,
wanted to see it, and we couldn't get time. Like, but the screenings were at a weird time when because we'd usually want to go in the afternoon or early evening, and then they would be like 9 o'clock at night, and that didn't work for my flatmate who works at like
yeah,
3 a.m. So
yeah.
like we just didn't even go. So the three of us got to finally sit down and watch it, which is why we rented it. So yeah, it was and they talked me into it because I
Mm,
was like, yeah,
yeah,
it looks alright, but like I wasn't like running out to see it, but I'm very glad they did. So yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it sounds like it was worth it for sure. Did you want to read any letterbox quotes
Oh,
for any of
I
them?
didn't look any. I didn't look.
You could just
I will
look
quickly look.
for, I reckon, Silent Hill, No Other Choice, and Long Walk. I reckon those three.
All right, let me bring up Letterboxd and I will. Let's see. We'll return Silent Hill first. I forgot to do this earlier. I was going to do it earlier, and because I
No,
did
no, you're
your ones,
fine. You're
and
fine.
then
You're fine.
let's
That
see
is
what
what I'm
return to.
here for.
This is a terrible half staff of Return to Silent Hill. This movie wasn't silent enough. That's it was it's pretty
That's great. Oh,
bringing my nerdy Silent Hill loving boyfriend to go see this felt like bringing a baby lamb to its slaughter.
oh,
Oh,
shit.
I want to silent kill myself. There's another one. Uh, I didn't think it was that bad. I honestly didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it was great, but
Yeah.
uh, no other choice. Let's see what another choice. Let's see. Would you kill for a job is the tagline. Let me see. There's probably not going to be any really. Yeah. Here we go. I'm going to read this one because it's really good. So No Other Choice. As I said, Park Chan Wook is the director of No Other Choice, and as I said, he did Old Boy, and the one that did Parasite is Bong Joon Ho. And it literally says this first review I just saw it. I'm surprised Bong Joon Ho did not make this one. It feels like something that's right. Is that what I was saying? So yeah, I feel like they have this very
Repeat that. You kind of cut
melding
out a bit.
crossover between the two of them. Oh, I was just gonna say the I'm surprised Bong Joon Ho did not make this one. It feels like something that's right up his alley with is the review, and I'm fully in agreement because the two of them I feel have
Yes.
very
Someone in
similar
chat also
tempo.
agreed to
So
that. So, yeah.
yeah. I don't mean to make it sound like I said, it's like people could
You're
think, oh yeah, well
fine.
you're just being racist.
You're fine. You're fine.
No, there's no real there's no real funny ones, which is fair enough because it's not that type of movie. There's just a lot of positive reviews. The average score on Letterboxd right now is a 4.1 out of 5. So yeah, February 19th. So it does start the next week. I have seen it very early. February 19th is the start date. What was the other one we wanted me to do? Sorry, I've forgotten.
um,
What was the last?
Let me look at the list. Hold on.
Oh,
Sorry.
a long walk. A long
Yeah, it's
walk.
a long
A
walk.
long
Yeah,
walk.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh huh.
Long walk. All right, let's see. Long Walk is also very well reviewed, 3.5 out of 5. I know the Long Walk would hate to see Forrest Gump coming.
Oh my
Yeah, that's pretty
god.
funny.
That is pretty
Pretty
funny.
funny. I will come back to something about that because you may remember. So it says I had to hold my pee in the entire screening, so I guess I'm kind of with them in spirit.
Oh my god.
The there was a screening. I will just as a caveat to that, there was a screening
Yeah.
when they first released this film. They did an influencer screening, and the movie they put treadmills in the cinema, and you had to keep in the movie. They have to stay at a pace of I think it's 3 miles per hour or above, or else they get a warning, and they get 3 warnings and they're out. And so they did that with the influencers. The influencers got to see the movie, but they had to walk the entire length of the movie on the treadmills. And if their speed dropped, they got a warning. I think it's the same thing. If their speed dropped too often below the 3 miles per hour limit on the thing, they got kicked out of the movie, so they didn't get to see the end of it. Which is genius. Great marketing plan, but don't know
I
how
could
well it did in the
never.
movie, but
I could
great
never.
idea.
No, no, no. I would give up in the first half
Okay,
an hour.
I found one. I found one more great one. This should hopefully get
Okay,
some good
go
laughs.
ahead, go ahead.
We, uh,
Yeah.
we, we as a society simply have to make sure that Mr. Beast does not ever watch this film. Oh,
Love a good old Mr. Beast reference. That's great.
yeah. Considering what he did with Squid Games, who knows?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
You, you have some movies you want to watch. We should probably move on to that. So otherwise, we'll be here talking about the ones that I've watched for much longer.
Honestly, I kind of want to skip that, but you can quickly go over yours if you like. I think we can maybe
I will
keep that
make.
for the next podcast, in my opinion. Like in
I will
detail,
go
I
over.
mean.
I will go. Yeah, I'll go over mine. I'll try and make a single line of each.
Just choose like the
Season
most important ones that you
No,
want to talk about.
well, I kind of combine three, and I'll explain this. I'll do one line each.
Okay,
So,
yeah, go
Send
ahead.
Help, Sam Raimi's new horror movie in the kind of vein of Drag Me to Hell. It's getting amazing reviews. It's like a 93 or something on Rotten Tomatoes. Everyone's raving about it. I need to see it. Scream 7, I like the last two. I don't know why. I have no faith in this franchise continuing to be any good, but I'm a sucker for punishment, apparently. Um,
Yep,
three
yep.
movies that are three movies that are all very similarly themed. They Will Kill You is I got Zazie Beetz. It's like an action thing where she's like trapped in a house. She was like a housekeeper. They're killing them. It's a bit looks a
Mm-hmm.
bit like Ready or Not meets like John Wick. Weird combo there, I know. Funny enough, there's a Ready or Not 2 coming. The movie there, it's got Samara Weaving. There was a previous movie she gets married and then she has to play a game, and then it turns out the game is like the particular game they end up choosing is called is like a version of hide and seek, except she has to hide or else they kill her. And now that's getting a sequel, and it's also looking pretty bonkers. There was a trailer for it. They're all coming out, and there's a Gore Verbinski
Yeah.
movie coming out called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, which also looks pretty bonkers, and it's kind of action oriented. It's got uh, Sam Rockwell playing a time traveler who comes back to save the world from an app where everyone basically just becomes like boring zombies, and there's a technological crash in the future or something, and so he returns
Yeah.
back to try and get everyone to an uprising. It was supposed to be out this week, and I cannot find any listings for it here in New Zealand, so I don't know what's going on. It was originally listed for starting this week, and now it's not. Overseas, it comes out this week. So I don't know what's going on. So I might not get to see it at cinemas because that's usually what that means.
Oh,
Last
okay.
two, Maggie Gyllenhaal is doing a version of The Bride of Frankenstein just called The Bride. And it has Christian Bale as Frankenstein. It looks bonkers as all hell. It's been a bit of a year for Frankenstein adaptations. There was the one that Guillermo del Toro did with Oscar Isaac. And I can't remember who played
Oh
the main
yeah, I keep
monster.
forgetting about that one.
Was on
Yeah.
Netflix, which got great reviews. The visual styles are amazing, and this looks bonkers as well. Sorry, it's three. There's the Michael Jackson biopic. I have no faith in biopics. I'm a firm believer in the idea that when Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story was made, we should never make a biopic in that style ever again because it spent up everything, and yet we continue to do so. And this is why one of the producers who made Bohemian Rhapsody, so I have even less confidence in it, but it looks amazing visually, and No matter what you feel about the truth of Michael Jackson's child narrative stuff, it
Yeah,
looks insane, and it'd be pretty interesting, I think. And finally, Mortal Kombat 2,
agreed.
because why not? Why not? It's been delayed until May. It was supposed to come out last year, and then they decided to bring it through to May. Um, I think I'm mostly interested to see how Carl Urban goes being Johnny Cage. He's the main character in this one by the looks of it, and I enjoyed the last one. It was pretty crazy. So yeah, those are
As
my
in,
upcoming.
fucking guy from oh my god, that TV show that we supposed to finish.
The boys.
The
Yes,
Boys.
Butcher.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know he was
Ki-
in it.
Kiwi actor. Yeah, he's playing Johnny Cage, and he's the main character for the movie, the one that they.
Oh,
I have no idea if it's going to be good,
interesting.
but it looks kind of crazy, and I'm a sucker for that sort of stuff. I have a soft spot for the
Yeah, I mean,
'95 Mortal
what is
anyway.
that
So
actor that's in Boys to All the Boys I've Loved before movie? Let Noah. No. It's give me one moment. I'm cooking. Noah Centineo. Centineo? He is also in Mortal Kombat, isn't he? I'm pretty sure. Um you probably like who?
I'm trying to. I know recognize the name, but then I'm trying to like
Oh,
answer your
sorry.
question
No,
about.
I'm confusing that with Street Fighter. Sorry. Yeah, he's going to be
Oh
in the
yes,
Street
yeah.
Fighter
There's
movie,
that
which is also
Street
coming
Fighter
out.
movie. Yeah, there's a trailer for that got released at the Video Game Awards
And
last
Jason
year,
Momoa is
and
in
it
that
looks.
one.
Yeah, playing Blanca. So he's like green and spiky haired, and like yeah, it looks and 50 Cent's playing Balrog, and like the cast is insane. It looks bonkers as all hell, but it looks fun. Like I said, I was watching the trailer with someone when the first time it launched, and someone said to me, "Oh, that looks silly," and I was like, "But I want it to be silly. I don't want serious Street Fighter movie. The last Street Fighter movie, the bits that were good about it were the bits that weren't serious, like the '90s one. This looks
Yeah,
insane.
I agreed.
They've got they got them smashing a car like the video game. Like they like chop the car and
Yeah,
like
it's a
people.
video game. It's
I'm
meant to
just
be
like,
stupid.
let's go for it. Like if you're gonna fully commit to it that way,
Oh my
I
god, I
either
don't
go down
know
the
if you
road to make
I don't know if you
go.
saw, but they had an appearance in Video Game Awards and their appearance was
Oh
so
yeah,
fucking funny. It was like they were all on
it was.
drugs. It was so funny.
It was. I did see that was when that trailer dropped. It was funny, but it was
Yeah.
also awful. When they were like, "Oh, we'll bring out the cast of Mortal Kombat," and then the Mortal Kombat 2, and then they're like, "No, we're jokes. They're not here," and like it was weird. I was like, "What are you doing?" It was all off the cuff. But it was just
Yeah.
name after like all these people that are all in the movie. So yeah, like just a
Yeah.
crazy thing. Anyway, yeah. So that's also coming out. It is coming out this year, and I probably will see that too. To be fair.
Thank you for telling us about everything that you want to watch, Rob. And we'll definitely ask you on what you think of them when you do watch them.
Oh no, I'll have too much to say. No doubt.
um, are you in the mood for like a quick 5 to 10 minute game session? Because I think that's a
Yeah,
good way
why
to
not?
end the podcast.
Let's
Okay.
finish it. Let's.
All right, all right. Quick reminder again to chat and also to me and Rob. Water break, posture break. All the breaks. Take it easy. It is this podcast has been going on for at least 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think I was yapping for 15 minutes in the beginning, so that doesn't count.
15 to 20 minutes, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys need a quick break, now is the time to take it, especially if you're on the live stream of it. Thank you to everyone who has been tuning in for this podcast, especially live. I appreciate everyone so much. And every now and then, chat has actually been contributing their thoughts to a lot of things you say, Rob. So, yeah.
Good. I can't say I've kept up with it. I apologize.
No, you're fine. You're
Very, very,
fine.
very terrible.
Okay, so let's pause this music over here. And I will bring this over.
You have to remember, I can't. I get the same stream as everyone else, slightly delayed on Twitch. I think so. You may have an
Oh,
advantage.
yes. Yes, I
But that's all
forgot.
right.
So just so you know, chat, Rob unfortunately has some issues with Discord. So he has to watch the stream to play this game. So we're not gonna play it for very long because he he can't. But
It
yeah,
might
it's
it might
it's
be
it's
emotion.
kind of annoying.
It might give you an advantage that I took away from you last time because I got. Well, we both okay. I think we both did all right.
I don't
But it might give
know,
you a little.
but yeah, I mean, knowing you, you probably did a little bit better. Knowing you.
Maybe this is the handicap I need for this.
Oh, maybe. Maybe we'll see, chat, hey? We'll see. We'll fucking see. Okay, we'll just switch screens over here. And just need to check that you are still in the audio.
Bit of delay.
Yeah, it was just a delay once again.
Good idea to see how far behind I am.
Yeah, I guess so. Is it quite behind, is it?
I think it's about 6 or 7 seconds, maybe a bit more.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, you probably have. It's because of your Wi-Fi, but yeah,
Yeah, it's an outbound and inbound connection too.
yeah.
We're sent around the world.
Round the world, around the world. Okay, all right. So this is the first one. So, wait. Let's not do that one. Let's do frame first. Frame is easier. Okay. So feel free to join in on this
I
mini
already
game.
know what this is.
Oh,
I
for
already know what
fuck.
this is.
Okay, well, you keep quiet because you're too fucking good, I guess. God damn it, Rob.
You
I
understand.
swear
You
to
understand.
God.
I
Will
swear
I?
you'll fight. You will understand when you see what it is. Yep, I guarantee it. You will
Okay.
understand.
All right. Okay. Okay, let's see. So, chat. Okay, help me out here, chat. Let's see what we can come up with. Let's see. Let's see if you're as good
If
as Rob, hey?
anyone else knows.
We've got oh wait. Wait. Surely. Okay, I'm allowed to type, right?
Yeah,
You
you
don't
go
mind if
for
I
it.
type?
You're in control. You're in control.
No, not quite. What? How is it not that? That's crazy. Oh no, it is. Okay. I was gonna be like, huh? Alright, I think it's that. What do you guys think, chat? Anyone in chat wanna chime in? No, yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Can you repeat the question?
If anyone can't see it, if it's lower quality, it says the Incredible Hulk is what she's written.
Alright, I'm submitting it. Oh no, really? Uh uh Ain't no way! Come on! No!
If it was
I
first,
thought
but
that was such a good guess. Are you fucking kidding me?
it was a good guess, but I knew exactly what it was in the first. You have to guess now.
I hate that. I hate that.
that.
Also, wait, I'm hearing. I need to hear myself for a little bit. Oh, did I not change my mic? Wait, yes, I did. Why is it. Sorry. Hang on a second, guys. I seem to be.
Sounds perfectly fine on our end. Well, I don't know what the stream's like, but on mine, it's because I've got Discord. I've got
You got scored. That's why. Yeah. Um, what's going on here?
They not hear you on the stream. Oh, yes, they can hear you.
Oh wait, I think I fixed it. Did I fix it?
Definitely hear you on the stream.
Did I fix
I
it?
can hear you on the stream.
Oh, I fixed it. Okay, great. Okay, cool. It was kind of doing my mic without the noise canceling for a second, because I saw the sound bars like just like hovering, and with noise canceling, obviously, it would get rid of it completely. And I was like, "Why is it hovering? Hello." Okay. Anyway,
I could hear it in the background, like a fan or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I've got the AC on, so. Anyway, okay, why can I not get this? Am I really? Do I know this movie, Rob? Do I know this movie?
You should. I don't know.
I
If should
really.
Should.
I should.
You'll be able to answer. You'll be able to answer it to me afterwards if you've actually seen it. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
Ugh. Okay, the blue liquid and the black liquid. I mean, sorry, green and blue. Green and blue liquid. What is that? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. By the way, chat, if anyone wants to chime in at any point, feel free. Please feel free. This is for everyone. Especially when I'm struggling. I don't know. I just think like two options of things and I think that, but wait, what? What? That's confusing me more. Yeah, I know. That was a dumb guess. That's actually a dumb guess. What? This is confusing me more now. I don't know why, but I'm thinking of this. Nope. Oh, come on! Oh, wait. Is it that movie by Peter Jackson that he produced? Is it?
What which one you produced?
Oh, this one.
Remember, I've got like several seconds before I see it.
Yeah. Waiting.
Oh yeah. Oh, District 9, I see. Yeah.
Is it that? Am I on the right track? No? God damn it.
I'm not telling you. I don't. You have to decide yourself.
Oh my god, I know this actress. This is annoying now. I hate it. I know this actress. I give up. What is it, Rob? What is it?
It's Resident
Fucking
Evil.
Tell me.
It's Resident Evil.
Where's a fucking... Where is a table flip emote when I need it?
Paul W.S. Anderson's Resident Evil 2002. That first shot is the T-virus in the case.
That is the one thing I should have known. You're right. The T-virus.
The shot of the number 2 is a shot of the mansion hall outside. Number 3 shot is the guys crashing through into the mansion hall. These commandos, and number 4 is the liquor bursting out of the.
Yep.
And then
I should have known from this one. The liquor. I don't know why I didn't. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Chat, I did so bad.
Of all those things. I feel like I've earned my RPD hat on my head today.
Yeah. The way you were like, scene 2, shot 2 is from this, shot 3 is from that. No, ain't no way.
Fuck's sake. Should I caveat? I have to caveat this with this is the hilarious thing that everyone doesn't know.
Okay, go ahead.
That you know, but the people listening to and the people in the chat and the people listening to this do not know that I co-wrote a documentary about George A. Romero, the grandfather of the zombies about the aborted Resident Evil movie he didn't make. And so one of the
Yeah.
things I had to talk about was also the movies that did get made, including that one.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
a special subject for me. So that's why
Yeah.
I recognize it so
Yeah.
easily.
It's true.
I'm like,
It's
oh,
true.
that's the Paul W.S. Anderson movie. Oh, okay, I know that one.
And I've seen. Wait, did you show the full documentary or just parts of it? I forget. I think you showed the full one, didn't you? To me,
Yeah, I showed you a
like
early
an
cut that got
unedited.
changed.
Yeah, early cut. Yeah,
Unedited.
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah, you showed me
Oh,
the
right,
early
yep.
cut, guys, and it's really good. If you are a Resident Evil fan, I will definitely link you it once it's out. Is it out?
It is overseas, not here in New Zealand. But if you're in the US, you
Oh
can watch it for
man.
free with ads, and it's on like streaming services and stuff.
Oh, what's it called? What's it called? Tell us. Tell us.
The streaming service or the movie?
The movie.
The movie is just called George A. Romero's Resident Evil, a documentary. There's
George
trailers
A.
online. Romero's Resident Evil.
George A. Romero.
Resident
Uh,
Evil.
Resident Evil, the movie. Is that it?
Yeah, just put that down. It should come
Oh,
up.
is this it? It's gonna show up for you in a bit. The poster.
Yep, that's the one. Yep, that's
Oh
it.
yay! Oh yeah, I recognize the scene. I've seen that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, guys. They put a lot of work into it. They put a lot of work into it. Yeah, it really does show you a huge behind the scenes, special behind the scenes of how what he thought about with the movies and what it could have been, to be honest, my
What
opinion.
could have been the
Yeah.
script that could have been.
Yeah, the script that could have
I
been.
so this is this an image from another movie on this thing of the windmills? Sorry, I was supposed to ask.
Correct. That is correct.
It's so familiar and it's bugging me. I know this and I don't know why I know this.
Mm. Indeed. Indeed. It
I
for some reason it just looks like one of those like scary like jump scare like memes. Do you know what I mean?
I know this is going to sound weird. I have a feeling, and considering that we've just gone from Resident Evil, and this would be exceptionally ironic, but I feel
Okay.
like this might either be 28. This might be 28 weeks later, actually, or 20
Really?
years.
That would be
Yeah,
ironic.
it would be
Okay.
ironic. I feel like this is like a setup shot in the taxi. It
Nope.
might be 28 weeks. No,
Nope.
it wasn't. Okay, excellent.
This is the next shot.
Okay,
Reminder
it's
chat, if you know this, feel free to chime in. Anything? I got nothing. That guy looks like he's holding something, but that's all I can tell. Yeah. We can just skip.
I've got nothing for this one either. I don't recognize this
Yeah,
at all.
okay.
I thought they were going to be shot on the previous one with the taxi. But...
Oh, what's this? Oh, was that meant to be a video? Oh my god, these are all clips, Rob. I fucked up. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me play.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is. It is. This is. Is that a taxi? I feel like this is 20. This is 28. This is 20. This must be. It's got to be 28. Maybe
But I
it's
did
not.
put in 28. I did put in 28.
Did you put 28 days or 28 weeks?
I put in 28 weeks.
It might be 28 days.
Oh, really? Okay, let's find out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that is so ironic. I didn't even get it from the tech. Yeah, 28 days later. Yeah.
You were literally just talking about it.
Oh, that is so fun. This is exactly like last time. There was something funny
What
about
the
we've been talking about.
fuck?
We just had, okay, so this is hilariously ironic. So a little bit of randomness for the people listening to this. So Resident Evil 2002, considered to be like a recurrence of like zombies, which had gone out of popularity. Did okay, not great, but did all right. This came out around the same time. Is technically not a zombie movie. The director and the writer didn't like the idea that it was a zombie movie, but was
Uh-huh.
inspired by Resident was inspired by Resident Evil's resurgence to zombies. The writer had
Yeah.
been playing the game and has credited it as part of the reason, and also kicked off the two of them kicked off the reoccurrence of the zombie genre in the early 2000s. That is so weird that they both came up today on this thing. That is very weird, and we've been talking about 28 years later this episode as well. That's pretty crazy. I recognize that shot with the windmill. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's where the taxi drives through the shot, and yeah, 28 weeks later is the sequel. So yeah, I should have said 28 days. The taxi in the first one.
Okay, all right.
They were clips. I didn't even get it off the video. I got it off the still. I'm impressed. I'm impressed myself.
Oh my god. And Rob strikes again with his impressive skills. I will never beat him.
Hopefully people understand why people take me to quizzes now.
Yeah. We will be playing more next time we have more time. But yeah, let's just say this is only a snippet of how fucking good Rob is at guessing shit like this. Ugh. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I'm complaining with admiration, to be very honest. All right. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I think that's a good point to end the podcast on. I already have decided who I am going to raid out to for those who are in the Twitch, but we will talk about that more later. For now, thank you so much to everyone for tuning in to this episode, technically episode 3. I don't know if I'll ever upload episode 2. It's so long now, but I mean, it's technically episode 3, so
I forgot we did the episode.
Yeah, we did. We did. It's a video game episode too. Yeah. I think I would love to do a video game one next episode if you're down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah. Cool.
Then, ironically, given the zombie theme, I will have probably played Resident Evil 9 or Resident Evil Requiem, as they're calling it.
So yeah, that's true.
That a little bit and
that's a good point. Stuff. That's a good point. Well, when is 9 coming out again?
27th of the month.
27th. Oh, okay. So that's 17. That's 17 days away. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll touch base with you then. I'll probably I mean, it's getting pretty late for you, so I'll probably just hang up once this is done. And we can just message each other on Messenger on what we thought about today's episode. Yeah. But thank you so much, Rob, again for being an amazing co-host and guest in this show. I always have so much fun, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you for sticking around when I was fucking drawing your little character and designing the fucking room. Also for waiting an hour for me while I was streaming before. Rob, he really puts up with a lot, guys. And I'm very thankful for it.
I had stuff to do beforehand. I was able to have some more food, and it worked out well in the end. I think it's been very entertaining, and I honestly I'm walking away very chuffed with that random, the random coincidence at the end there.
The random coincidence? I know, right? It is a coincidence. I agree. And once again, thank you to everyone who joined in on the chat and just stuck around. It was very much appreciated. And as per usual, do not worry. We are going to be putting this. Well, I'm going to be putting this in Spotify once I edit it around a little and things like that. And yeah, just keep an eye out on Discord on when the next episode is going to be. We're going to try and make this a fortnightly thing. We're not sure yet. So just keep an eye on Discord when that's confirmed. Yeah, that's why I said we're not sure yet. Rob's like, oh
Like you
yeah.
were just saying, oh, yeah, 2 weeks. I forgot. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We haven't confirmed. And yeah, say hello to the person that we're going to read out to. But otherwise, people on Spotify, have a good rest of your night and day. And we'll see you in the next stream or podcast. Bye.
Bye.